My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Jacob and I are going to break down the entire UFC Paris fight card, giving you our picks,
Bruce.
predictions, bets, and DraftKings fantasy plays. But before I do that, we need to celebrate our own little regional Rain Man. If you don't know, Artem, who I affectionately call our regional Rain Man, has picked 3 out of the 4 Contender Series cards perfectly. And sure, they're only 5 fights, but they're basically regional fights with not a lot of tape and some crazy outcomes. And of the 4 events this year, he has picked 3 of them perfectly. So congratulations.
There better be fucking, if he's getting a slide like this, what he's done, there better be the next 5 slides dedicated to my Contender Series streams, because we've been absolutely fucking destroying. It better be the next 5 slides. Better be pictures of me with various women and situations. And I pray to God.
You know what? The system's been glitching. It should be. It should be.
Okay.
The system has been glitching, so we'll see. I don't watch Contender Series. Call me a casual. I don't give a shit about regional MMA, and that's what that is.
Oh my God, that's so good. What I said to you was exactly what the Contender Series is. Let me see.
People fighting for their dreams.
Hold on. Because what I told you is like the exact.
Yeah, I remember what you said.
Let's see, where is it? It's all these fucking pictures of. He sends me a picture of every meal he eats. It's fucking 18
like
times
this.
a day. This guy's
Just
sending me.
Scroll it like this.
What am I looking for? I'm just now.
The quote where you're like, shitty fights are good fights are good.
Yeah, let me just try to remember it, because I can't even fucking find this text. But the Contender Series is basically one of 2 things happens 100% of the time. Either somebody comes in and dominates and it's wild finish and you're like, holy fucking shit. That's the first thing. Or both guys suck and it turns into this just sloppy back and forth, falling over each other fest. And it's either one of those 2 100% of the time. That's why it's so amazing. Because they either both suck and then it's like just fucking sloppy and fun, or somebody just fucking dominates.
Listen, I understand the concept, especially they're fighting for their dreams. I spend so much time and effort learning and understanding the 400 people on the roster. I don't need to do all of that work for another 10 every week that might not even make it. So I'll wait till they get to the big show and then I'll go in reverse. But Jacob's live streams, they are a ton of fun, because while Artem, regional Rain Man, is doing the research and the deep dives and like the studying and whatever other autistic people do, Jacob is literally just looking at them. They shadow box and he's like, this guy looks stupid. We're picking the other guy. And then he wins money doing that.
My pick rate, we start initial picks with just the face-offs and we make initial reads. But my pick rate, honestly, by seeing both guys hit mitts and hit a heavy bag for like 5 seconds each, mitts for 5 seconds, heavy bags for 5 seconds, my pick rate is fucking unreal on the Contender Series.
Because it's regional MMA, so it's just, some of them suck.
Literally, you can see them hitting, like the second they start hitting a heavy bag, the second they're hitting mitts, you're like, oh fuck, yeah, they're getting fucked up. Like, it's like that easy. Like, because some people are just not fucking good.
Well, check out Jacob's live streams and make sure you are subscribed, because Artem's videos just pop up. They get pushed out. It's not on the normal cadence that Jacob and I have our videos. So click the subscribe button. You'll get notifications. Jacob, you want to show off your fancy artwork?
Excuse me?
You put on a hoodie and you cut the arms off. So just do it. Just show. I
wear sleeves right now. I got the second skin on there. I showed it on the Contender Series stream. I mean, this thing is.
The emoji doesn't love it. It's not reacting to the thumbs. There you go.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I thought it was your leg, but you were using the leg as an example. But yes, well done. That took 2 full days this weekend.
That was 16 probably hours of tattooing over Sunday and Monday, and it was actually not too bad until the last like half hour. The elbow was fucking really fucking hurts, and that was the last thing he did. But Other than that, he was pretty impressed with. Honestly, I don't want to toot my own horn here,
Here we go.
but he was impressed that I went back-to-back days, very, very tough. And then he was doing the wrist. The wrist hurts like a fucking bitch. You have one on your wrist, right?
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, it fucking hurts like a fucking bitch. And there's like, you can see all the fucking shading and all that and stuff in there. So he lines it and then he shades it and all that stuff. And he did my wrist and then he got done. He looked at me. He goes, "That didn't hurt." I was like, "Oh, that hurt like a fucking bitch." I was like, fucking fuck that. But I fucking just sit still. I don't fucking squirm nothing. Zoned out. I watched Fast and the Furious.
The original?
The original, man. I forgot how good that movie is, man.
It was good. I've got too many tattoos. If I could remove them,
It was
I would.
2,000. I gave him 2,500, but it was 2,000.
If I could remove this one, I would. This part hurt the most. Then I've got these. Then I've got up my whole spine. Then I've got the wrist. There's just too much. There's too much. I would take them off. But I can't. Because apparently that's worse than putting them on. Guys, we just talked about how well Artem's doing. Let me reset where we're at today. Yeah, I got absolutely smoked at UFC Shanghai. My teeth were kicked in.
Not me.
But that Jacob made money at UFC Shanghai. I did not. But if we look at the entire body of work, one bad card doesn't undo the 7 previous phenomenal ones. So here's what we've done recently. So let's get back to our winning ways, back to the streaming, and let's go ahead and dive right in. And if you go to the website, you can unlock not only my bets, but my picks, Jacob's picks, Artem's picks, BetSam's picks, and tools. One of those tools is the Fight Simulator. The Fight Simulator simulates fights 100,000 times, and it gives you the outputs of those simulations. It also will give you all the individual stats along the way, like how many strikes people are landing in those simulations, how many points they're scoring in those simulations. You can use that to go place prop bets. You can use that to go do your daily fantasy. We also have a tape index for those of you who like to do your own research. This is going to be the most useful tool on planet Earth in about 5 months. The UFC moved their entire library from ESPN to Fight Pass. And now they're about to move it from Fight Pass either back to ESPN or to Paramount Plus. And the tape index will automatically update, so you don't have to go digging and looking and trying to find all of those videos. We also have
the last time you've used a shovel and dug a hole ever?
Dug a hole? I mean, I grew up in Connecticut. I dug holes.
Like, I'm talking a little bit of you're throwing your back into it, not just a little bit. You know, you're not planting flowers here. I'm talking about fucking digging a hole, digging a ditch.
In Connecticut, we would just dig big-ass holes and play outside and make poison out of random berries, catch snapping turtles.
Have you ever split wood?
Yeah.
Bullshit. Oh, bullshit.
Dude,
you've never had an axe and split wood.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Dude, we had not only...
Bullshit.
We had
Step back and show me how you swing a fucking axe real quick. And
we're
going to know real quick. We're going to know real quick. Whoa, with the thighs. Jesus Christ.
These are short shorts. What's that dude's name? Bobby Thor? Who's that handsome motherfucker on TikTok?
That's how you know. You've been watching that guy. Now it makes sense.
No,
how you going to hold it?
So, just like here. And then when you bring it up, you slide the hand down, boom!
Wait, your hands were crossed. What the fuck was that initial grip?
I actually need
You didn't. You know how to do it. You just fucking sold yourself out. Your hands were fucking crossed, and then you like flip-flopped them around. You've never split wood in your fucking life, you pussy.
You tap on the seam where it's broke.
No, you did it wrong again.
I did not.
You didn't slide your hand at all.
I'm holding a tripod.
The whole point is that you're sliding your hand.
You can't slide your hand on a tripod.
Oh my God, you just told on yourself twice.
This is why everybody thinks I'm short. Listen, I fucking split a ton of wood and we could FaceTime my mother and ask her. Because not only...
You don't know how to hold the axe, so if you're doing it, my God, it had taken you weeks.
No, I was just one-hit wonder splitting that goddamn wood. And you would pride yourself on it. You got the big base piece, you get the other ones up there. Then... As we got older, so I had to split wood at my mom and my dad's house. My parents were divorced. My mom's house, we had to split a ton of wood.
Whose fault was it?
I think ours. I think mine and my brother's, if I'm being honest. I think it usually is. Anyway, we, as At my mom's house, we just burned wood all the time. That's all we did. Like, she was too cheap to use heat. My dad spent the money on some heat, but we would still burn some wood, but it was more for ambiance. So my dad's house was a little bit of splitting. My mom's was a ton of splitting.
Our fireplace is going heat in our house fucking all winter long.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it became. My mom used a wood stove, though. It was still split wood, but it was a wood stove. What?
That's very poor.
We lived on the lake. That's Jacob. Anyway, we have an optimizer.
We didn't
as well.
live on the lake. That was our fucking lake house. That was our. We lived in the suburbs. Cool. Oh.
Tiffany's like, "What? I'm heading home. Did you get me any dinner?" And I was like, "Yeah." Eat it.
It's fucking dick, bitch.
I got a fat sausage. We have an optimizer. That's one of the tools as well. Not only does it build DraftKings, but also FanDuel lineups as well. And here's the upcoming cards. If you go to the website, wewantpicks.com, and you unlock all of those tools, all the picks, all the bets, everything that we offer, you'll get it for these 4 fight cards. We're going to kick this whole thing off with UFC Paris. Then we head over to Noche UFC. Then we head over to Perth. And then we have our Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira 2 matchup. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's only $10. Noche UFC is next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend. Jacob and I will be there. That's why I got all inked up, so that you guys can come up to him and rub it and be like, oh my God, this is so
Don't
pretty.
don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
No,
it's going to be fucking
people to
peeling next week. It's already fucking, my wrist is like getting itchy. I got to take the second skin off tomorrow.
Okay, well, so you are a serpent. We will be there in person. Come say hi. We will buy you a drink. We will hang out. It's in San Antonio. We're driving down.
Buying shit.
I'll buy a drink. I bought a fuck ton of drinks in Vegas. I almost regretted that offer, honestly. But I'll buy you some drinks. Come say hi. Jacob won't. I will. We'll see you at Noche, and we will be vlogging because it's not a pay-per-view, but it's an event that we're attending in person. If you want to send something for the vlog, we'll read the letters, we'll open the mail. We Want Picks, P.O. Box 406, Prosper, Texas, 75078. We got a couple of super chat Aruskis. Angel Velasquez, you guys give me Kenny Powers, Jake, and Stevie Ange. Okay, well, you got that all fucked up. You guys ever watch Eastbound and Down? If not, I highly... Yeah, of course we've seen Eastbound and Down. Unbelievable show. You've never seen Eastbound and Down?
No.
Oh,
but
it's
I know, because it's the same character. Kenny Powers is also Red in Pineapple Express. And when I first started doing YouTube, people would tell me, this like 15 years ago, whatever it came out or whatever, people would tell me, write comments like, you sound like Red from Pineapple Express. And I never, but it was like a lot of people used to say that, but I was like, I don't fucking hear it. But I talk different than I do now. Lost cigarettes since then.
Dude, that's how Big X the Plug deepened up his voice. Ay.
Is that ever going to stop, do you think? What's the expiration date? Do you think that, let me ask you this. Do you think that makes it to the Texas OU game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
Yeah,
dude,
that's a month out.
That's going to be a common theme.
That
day. Yeah.
You know what's funny?
We should keep a counter.
Bo's kids. So I was doing it at at something. I don't know, not 4th of July. It's something somewhat
party
recent.
Or something. Is that what you're about to say?
It was like it was a neighborhood gathering because somebody was in town. I forget what it was, but I was doing it then, and then they went on vacation, and his youngest. I don't think you've met his kids. His youngest was doing it. Like she's like 4, and she was going like, "Hey, send it to Angelo. Send it to Angelo." So now I got the whole neighborhood going, "Hey."
You got a relationship with your 4-year-old neighbor?
The father, who's enormous. You know what's another interesting Bo piece, and I hope he's watching? No, she told them to send it, and they didn't. So another interesting Bo.
They didn't.
So listen, you know how back in the day when I first moved here, and Bo was all big on we should wrestle, I could take you down, I'm from Oklahoma, and I'm huge, all that. And then it kind of just died off. Guess what bubbled back up this weekend? So Bo's trying to get it. Maybe I'll vlog that. Maybe we'll vlog that. Any last words before we dive in, Jacob?
I'm excited for this card. Probably going to stream it. I think it starts at 11 a.m. our time. But this card, there's a lot. This is a very
14
well.
fights.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
This is a very well put together card in terms of matchmaking. There are so many mirror images and then also like completely contrasting styles. It's going to be a great card.
It is a good card, and the main event matters very much, which I love when it matters. If it's just a fun fight, it is what it is. But once it matters and it means something to the division, I love that added juice.
Do you
So
think
let's
it's
go ahead.
is it technically losing your virginity if you have a condom on? Do you believe in that?
Yeah, that's definitely losing the virginity. Now, we did talk about I went to high school with a girl who insisted on remaining a virgin so she would have the butt sex, and she was still a virgin. And one time on the couch, her parents were out of town. Hold on. No. This story gets good.
I need you to fucking... We're not blowing past that like that. That was a normal thing.
A lot of people did that.
A lot of people in high school were doing anal
instead of regular to remain
oh my God.
Pure.
Oh
so
my
listen.
God. What high school was I going to? Was that happening in my high school too?
I don't know.
Is that a Northeast thing? These
this
girls are getting
story,
proud?
You think that's wild. This story gets wild.
God.
That's not the wild part.
Oh, my God.
So, on the couch, the parents are out of town. They get after her on the couch, and some poop comes out. Okay? I don't know.
Now, stop right there again. Hold on. Rewind it again for a second.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up here, man. I'm freaking out. Go ahead. You're saying something about a couch.
So, this girl is on the couch with her boyfriend, and they're getting after it in the booty hole. And I don't know, friction, suction, whatever, some poop comes out and it gets on the couch. So they flip the cushion. They try to clean it. You're not really cleaning poop out of a couch.
Well,
so
they smashed it in there?
I don't know. I wasn't there. So they
God.
flip the cushion, okay? The parents come back. I don't know if it was like a couple days later, a week later, or whatever. They have an old dog. And something happened, so they flip the cushion again. And there's shit all over the place. And the parents were like, oh my God, what is this? And she was like, it must be the dog. They put the dog down. They put the dog down because they thought the dog was just shitting, couldn't control himself.
This started off so joyful and happy.
Yeah, crazy, fucked up. See where butt sex gets you? Dead dog. That should be the pamphlet. This plus this equals this. Dead dog. Opening up the UFC Paris fight card, we have Shauna Bannon taking on Sam Hughes. Shauna Bannon, 7-1 in her career, 4-1 in her last 5. She is coming off the gifted submission win over Pooja Tomar. She's taking on Sam Hughes, 10-6 in her career, 3-2 in her last 5. She's on a nice little 2-fight win streak. I'm going to give you my bias up front so that you can just go ahead and weight this however you want. I can't stand Shauna Bannon. I don't know why. Maybe she's a lovely person. There's just something about that insane hop on 1 foot fight style. The whole, like, I want to make I'm a mom content, but also like.
Hot or not.
I do not think she is, no. But that's fine. You know, everybody's got their own taste. I just don't know what it is.
Scared. Don't get scared.
Well, she's not like objectively. She's not ugly
you're scared,
by any means.
Well, if you're just scared that she's going to see this video and be like, "That guy thinks I'm ugly."
Well, that's just life.
You would go viral if she.
But I don't think she's.
If she was like, "This fat ass thinks I'm ugly."
See, I'm specifically. I do not think she's ugly. You said is she?
You just wouldn't fuck her.
My wife is a tall brunette. She's a short blonde. Not my jam. Anyway, her fight style, I think, is what frustrates me the most because she's got that old school karate kind of style. And in her last fight, it was absurd. She was hopping on 1 foot, trying to close distance. She doesn't flow very smoothly. She does rely on just raw pressure. She is extremely tough. She is durable. She is not a quitter. But sometimes the technique will get the best of her. And we saw that in her last fight where Pooja Tomar just absolutely blasted her, almost had her unconscious. Pooja follows her to the ground, goes to hit her a few more times and knock her out. Normal thing to do. Gets in an armbar, but the hips are here. They're not here. They're here. So Pooja said, let me do you a favor. Pushed her arm in and then ended up getting submitted. It was absolutely insane. She's taking on Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes is a nonstop pressure fighter, and even though she's small, a full-blown bully. She's very aggressive. She has insane cardio. She will just move forward forever. She is hittable. She does have a negative striking differential, but she's very tough. She's got offensive wrestling and just a non-stop pace. She will exploit any cardio gaps on the other side, and she'll make up for any technique gaps. If you're a phenomenal grappler, she's just going to push through with the aggression, with the cardio, and with the pace. She is coming off that win over Stephanie Luciano, where she got the takedowns and she did a really good job working on top. Listen, I don't think Shauna's like that great. Like if I look at her and I'm talking about, well, what is she great at? She's very tough and she's durable, but she's not particularly fast. She's not particularly strong. She's not incredibly technically sound. Where if you say, what's Sam Hughes good at? Well, Sam Hughes will grind. She'll implement a striking game plan or a grappling game plan. She'll make adjustments. She's got high fight IQ. She's well trained. I'm going Sam Hughes. I do think the over is a very solid bet as well. But I think Sam Hughes, I think these odds, if anything, they're understated. I think Sam Hughes just comes forward, gets whatever she wants, sets that pace, and just wins a very straightforward decision here. What do you think, Jacob?
Like the video right now, if you're watching live. If you're watching the recording of this, welcome. Subscribe if you are new. And like the video, because I'm about to just make your entire night. First fight of the night, I'm going to give you a bet. You're going to sprinkle on it. You're going to feel good about yourself. It's going to hit. And then you can just watch the rest of the card Saturday afternoon, hang out, make the nachos, right? What's the best way to make the nachos, Angelo? What are you putting in the nachos?
Ooh, I get a round metal pizza tray. I do the base of the chips.
Way too fucking long. You get the nachos, you get the beer, you get the bitch by your side, you're chilling the rest of the time.
You said, how do you make nachos?
Excuse me, Angelo. The bet of the night is going to be Sam Hughes inside the distance. She's going to get this girl on the ground, and when she gets her on the ground, she's going to transition. She's going to throw elbows. She is a finisher when she gets on top of a girl that doesn't really want to be on her back like that. I know Shauna was able to get that arm bar in that like weird situation or whatever, but she's not going to want Sam Hughes on top of her. Sam Hughes going to throw those fucking elbows. Sam Hughes inside the distance, and then you can just chill the rest of the day. Thank me later. Like the video. We're locked in. Angelo doesn't like hearing that. But it's the truth. If she gets on top of this girl, she got fucking finish her. And those elbows will get nasty. Former lock of the week, Sam Paige Hughes. And this is the first time in her UFC career that she is a favorite in a fight.
I know. Let's hope that's not some weird jinx. It should be fine.
There's no such thing as fucking jinxes, Angelo. Grow up. We're not fucking children anymore.
Guess who jinxed it?
We're not fucking children anymore.
Sam Hughes, oddly enough, is my most confident pick on this card. I think skill for skill, she's equal or better. Then you add the cardio. Then you add how well-trained she is. It's just...
Even if this fight goes perfectly for Shauna Bannon, it's going to be her backing up, throwing side kicks, and just dancing around, and Sam's not able to really land anything of significance, and Sam's just kind of chasing the entire time. Even in that type of fight, Sam could still kind of squeak out the best case scenario for Shannon. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Like just from her forward pressure alone, in the most ideal situation for Shauna Bannon, Sam could still win that fight. So she should be a good pick.
Unless these judges are just full-blown pro-Europe, anti-America, we should be good here. Should be a pretty straightforward win. $9,200 in DraftKings Fantasy.
They did boo the national anthem at fucking Misfits.
Where? What country was that?
I think it's in England.
So, okay. All right.
Losers. You about to find out.
They're pissed we have our independence.
You're about to find out why we don't have free health care.
That is everybody's favorite line anytime something happens. Listen, $9,200 in DraftKings Fantasy. I'm a little dicey on that one because I do think Sam wins. I don't think she'll find the finish that Jacob does, but if you're certainly on that side, then that makes a lot of sense. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, it's only freaking $10. And we're about to hit the best part of this year. October has 2 monster pay-per-views. September has Noche. We haven't
locked
seen
in.
the Apex on a schedule in months. I don't even think it's on the schedule. There's not an
It's
Apex
November.
card
Come
built
on.
out.
It's like the second weekend of November.
Would you shut the fuck up during the sales pitch? And that Apex card is a great one. But in all reality, the UFC's going to Paris. They're going to Perth. They're going to Vegas for a pay-per-view. They're going to San Antonio for Noche. They're going to Vancouver. They're going to Saudi Arabia. Like, they're doing the world tour. $10 a month, unlock every pick, every bet, every tool. $1.99 from Jimmy Pocket. Is Jacob still doing jiu-jitsu classes? No, he fucking quit immediately. Usually people quit after they get their blue belt. Jacob quit.
I didn't quit. I just can't go. I got a tattoo last week. I got a tattoo this week. I just can't go. Still paying for it.
Okay. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have one of the most interesting fights of the card with some of the most dramatic line movement I have seen in a very long time. We have Rinat Fakhretdinov taking on Andreas Gustafsson. Rinat Fakhretdinov is 24-2 in his career. 4-0-1 in his last 5. He is coming off that controversial win over
Carlos.
Carlos.
Really doing anal?
They were. Leal taking on Andreas Gustafsson. 12-2 in his career. 4-1 in his last 5. He's riding a nice little 4-fight win streak. Rinat Fakhretdinov is a guy that we're all very, very familiar with. He's a nonstop wrestler. He'll throw bombs to try to close that distance, and then he's just shooting takedowns, constantly pressuring forward, throwing big 1-2s. When he's on top, he pounds away. He looks for a TKO. He tries to get his positioning. He's busy. He's constantly shooting. He's constantly doing something. He's always holding on to some part of you. He's also coming off that decision win over Carlos Leal, which is a full-blown gift. I had him in the safety parlay, and I do not think he won that fight, but I'll take it because it cashed. He went 2 for 19 in takedown attempts. He's taking on Andreas Gustafsson. Solid grappler. He's got actual wrestling skills as well. And like most wrestlers, he's going to come forward. He'll do the bombing away, throwing a million strikes. And that's just designed to back you up, get you in the cage, and then take you down. When he gets you to the ground, he's going to soften you up. He's going to look for submissions. He's going to stay busy. All that gassing up of Sam Hughes' cardio that I did, exact same thing applies to Andreas Gustafsson. This guy sets an incredible non-stop pace, and we just saw that against Chaos Williams, where he was a dog, and in his words, not mine, he went full retard and just bullied Chaos Williams side to side. Every aspect of that fight, he was just bullying, and he never slowed down. And this is an interesting breakdown because I have seen with my own eyes, which is now the third breakdown of this fight, this line move. Rinat was the favorite. Then he slowly became even money, and now he's the dog. And it's yo-yoing a little bit. Andreas is the favorite, and he has been for about a week, but it is tightening and widening. And I get it. I understand the dilemma here because Rinat is a guy that...
Someone said Angelo thinks he's a genius for picking Rinat, but you didn't pick Rinat.
I didn't. This guy's a fucking moron. He complained about 6 things already, and he's just here bitching, making up dumb shit. I picked Andreas, you half-wit dildo lover. Listen, Rinat is the more experienced...
Dildo lover!
Rinat is the more experienced fighter. Rinat has the higher level of competition. He's got the better overall record. Rinat has the better raw wrestling, but he also has some questionable wins. He also is a little bit chinny at this point in his career. While he is very durable and he hasn't been put away, we've seen him dropped. He didn't win his last fight. Dalby almost finished him. He was almost finished by Zaleski. I am going to lean Andreas Gustafsson. I bet on Andreas. Not only did I pick him, I bet on him.
Ooh.
You small...
You're a freak.
Okay.
You're a freak.
Gustafsson to pick. I bet on him at plus money, but very little because...
Oh, so it's a wishy-washy Andreas pick. Got it.
No, I bet on him. So if I'm willing to bet on somebody, we're good.
That's why it's funny, Angelo.
It's this dude is a hymos. How about homos? Jacob, your thoughts on this fight?
Hey. Oh.
Got him. Got him.
This could be hand in hand here. I was going to ask you, if you had to get a neck tattoo, what would you get? But it seems like it might be rhymes with schmosh.
Jesus Christ.
What would you get?
no regrets.
Come on, let's probably be original.
I wouldn't get a neck tattoo.
Yeah, okay, great. Way to play along with the fucking game, Angelo. If you had to get one, what would you get? Oh, I just wouldn't get one.
Probably Free Spirit or something cool like that.
No, I just wouldn't get one. You know me, I just couldn't commit to one.
I answered with I've got a regular
job, and I can't show up with a gosh darn neck tattoo. That's crazy. What kind of question is that?
Hey, real quick, before you break this down, can you explain this like broken rose emoji I see everywhere but don't understand because I'm old? Is that sad? Is that happy? What is that?
I think it means somebody's going to die.
I don't know.
Spirit with the, like a death thing.
No, I see that everywhere. That's a very common emoji now, but I don't know exactly what the... I can't use context clues.
What kind of forums are you on where they're sending roses to each other and stuff?
See, look, now they're talking about it. And now everybody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to explain it. I love those comment sections. All right, who do you think wins this fight?
Gustafsson.
Okay, here's my answer.
Any other stupid fucking questions?
How do you think he wins that fight?
Honestly, Angelo, he's just so goddamn relentless, and that's really all it comes down to. I will pause for the concern a little bit because he does get wild. He's just a fucking wild guy. And Rinat can throw some pretty heavy shit pretty technically. So he might walk into something, but it seems like even if he walks into something, he don't really give a fuck. Dead Rose.
Yeah. The funniest part about the Dead Rose, here's I mean, these are our average viewers. Like, here's your flowers, you idiot. It's a rose. Come on, Ange. Jesus. And then an actual answer. It's basically the replacement for the broken heart emoji. Here's your answer. So this moron.
So they already have
and this moron
emoji.
were wrong.
They just replaced emojis now?
I guess so. Isn't that what kids do? Just start swapping?
What's with you and like all the kid stuff today, man?
It's a Wednesday. You know Wednesday's my...
Oh, that's when you go through the pickup line, huh? That's when you're fucking staring them all down. Wondering if I had a cooler full of ice cream right now.
Okay, listen.
You know there's a fucking actual ice cream literally that drives around here that's literally a white van and like all like the menu on the side is like peeling off and stuff. It looks like it's all rusted and shit. Slowly driving through my complex. Ding, 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 ding. It's like a bearded guy that's smoking a cigarette out the window. It's like, what is... This is it. This is what you're looking for. How the fuck is this thing just driving around? Pull his ass over. Something's going on here.
All right, listen, I get it. I've seen that one. The only one we'll go to is Kona Ice. That's not even ice cream, but it's good.
It sounds pretty Caucasian.
Kona Ice? It's just shaved ice.
Ice is pretty white, isn't it?
It's clear.
I disagree.
Listen, Jacob and I are both on the Andreas Gustafsson side. I did bet on it. Somebody said, Ange, give me a confident pick. Listen, when I place a bet, I never chase value. I never place a bet that I think I'm going to lose. So if I think it's going to happen, I bet on it. So that wasn't like, ooh, he's plus money. Let me bet it. That was, I think he wins and he's plus money. Let me bet it. $7,900 in DraftKings Fantasy, $8,300 in DraftKings Fantasy. Whatever side you're on, throw that person in your DraftKings Fantasy lineup because there will be a gazillion takedowns.
You think this feels like and I'll be honest, I bet it personally, but here's my question. Because typically you see both these guys and you're like, boom, they're both durable as fuck.
Yes.
But they both want to be. This is like when I talked about with the Amanda Hebos and Tabitha Ricci fight. You had the over 2.5, and I was like, there's going to be a finish because both these girls kind of want to be the one moving forward. Both these guys, as tough as they are, it feels like it's just going to be a fucking clash in the middle, and somebody is going to get finished in that situation. I think fight does not go the distance. Plus 150 could be an interesting play.
I'm actually surprised it's only plus 150 because it's not like either one of them are finishing a ton of people. So I'm surprised it is only plus 150. They're both durable and they don't have a ton of finishes. You know what I mean? Like, in theory, that should be plus 250.
Neither one of them really accepts positions. Definitely not Andreas.
What is the over 2.5? What are the odds on that? How is it only plus 150?
What do you think the odds should be, Angelo? That's the question I need to ask you.
for fight does not go the distance, that feels like a plus 250 bet. I'm fairly confident. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that this
over
goes
2.5 is minus 205. I think there's going to be a finish.
I mean, Andreas Gustafsson gets after it. Rinat, we've seen him be a little chinny at times, but he's durable. He survives. He also has that random overhand power before he shoots takedowns. So this could be a really fun fight. Sneaky best fight of the card. If you want to unlock every pick, every bit, every tool, if you want to see what the artificial intelligence has to say about this fight, go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. We have a $4.99 super chat from Jimmy Pocket. Jimmy Pocket says,
God, here we go.
What belt are you in jiu-jitsu, Ange? Me and my wife have been going 4 or 5 times a week the last few months, and we love it. We go to Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Let me tell you.
Couple of things. One, I got my blue belt in 2004. So 20 years I've been a blue belt. 20 years.
2004 was 20 years ago?
21 years. 21 years.
Oh, God. Where am I going?
I mean, you made it sound like that was insane math. 21 years.
God,
oh, you're talking about because that's when you graduated high school or whatever.
Oh, God.
So I am actually still technically a blue belt for a few reasons. One, moved a couple of times. Two, pretty inconsistent. I'll train my ass off for 2, 3, 6, 8 months, disappear. Train off, disappear.
2, 3, 6, 8.
So technically speaking, blue belt. In actuality, purple. I was pausing because definitely not brown. Gi and no gi are very different. No gi, whole different game. And you said you go to Gracie. Which Gracie Baja, Gracie Combatives, which Gracie? Hadra Gracies. I went with Josh to Hadra Gracies. Fucking, they go live for 2 goddamn hours. I was walking crooked for a month. AO New York, $4.99. Bro, chill. You 24/7 insulting people. You should expect something back without blocking them, or you should start with yourself keeping it clean. What the fuck are you talking about?
I think he's calling you soft as fuck.
I asked what the emoji meant, and every dumb dick genius had an insult, and they were all wrong. So you chill. And you spelled chill wrong. You said sill. So sill you. Thank you for the super chat.
Damn, look at this shit.
Hey, you and Brad Tavares. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have Brad Tavares taking on Robert Bryczek. Brad Tavares, 21-10 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that bounce back win over Gerald Mearshart, taking on former boxer Robert Bryczek, 17-6 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that boring do-nothing loss in his UFC debut. We've broken down Brad Tavares, I don't know, 185 times on this channel. He's a tried and true staple.
No chance, dude. He's fucking...
Oh, no, there's
31 fights.
He's had some canceled fights, so we broke those down too.
185, you said?
Yeah, no, I've so many times I sat here and talked about him. God. It is crazy. But I'm still going to look at my notes. He is an aging middleweight. He's a little older on the spectrum than some of the young up-and-coming guys, but he has fought... What? He's 37, but in fight years, 216. He has fought every old head in the division, former world champions, former title challengers. He's got great takedown defense at 81%. He's got that Hawaiian fighting spirit. He comes forward. He throws hands. He gets after it. He's tough. He's not as fast as he used to be, but he is a durable guy for the most part. And he's very well-rounded with insane high-level experience. He has been battle-tested. And at this point in his career, he can still beat the mid-tier and the low-tier fighters in the division. And we just saw that when he beat Gerald Mearshart. He's taking on Robert Bryczek, a trained boxer. This guy uses those boxing techniques in the cage. He's lighting his feet. He plots forward. He feints. He pumps a jab. He keeps his eyes forward, and he is fully dialed in, and he throws a ton of feints. He actually can be low volume because he's spending so much time faking. And if you bite on the feints, then he'll let his hands go. If you don't bite, then he just continues to play that game and bounce around. You could just get after him, ignore the feints, get after him, get in his face, and have some success. This is a little bit tougher than these odds would indicate because Brad Tavares is far past his prime. He is nowhere near his prime. And Robert Bryczek had a disappointing UFC debut, but he doesn't suck. I'm going to pick Brad Tavares here, but Robert actually is going to be faster and have the cleaner boxing. The only reason I'm picking Brad is because I think the overall experience will benefit him. He'll close the gap. He'll get the cage control when he needs to, if he needs to slow the pace. And I think that Hawaiian fighting spirit is going to come in handy, but I am not touching these odds. I think that's way too wide at this point in their careers. What do you think, Jacoby?
Yeah, listen, first thing I want to say, shout out to Brad Tavares for, it is great. He's got great work. I mean, I don't, if you saw, I have, I got some work done. Kind of similar, a little bit different, but good line work. And I could tell, I mean, a guy that goes through that with the half sleeve and stuff, I mean, the pain for something like this is really
gotta be tough.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the way that he fights that guy is a tough.
Can I just put eye drops in my eyes without you fucking stopping?
Has a little dry, Angie?
Very dry.
You been smoking the reefer, Angelo?
No, I have dry eye syndrome.
Are you high as shit right now?
I don't get high, you know that. I can throw a Zin in and let it go straight to my head.
When
and just
you think
start
you're high, you fucking act like a fucking asshole.
Like
I'm
when?
high.
That's not true.
I think I'm
no,
high.
when I think I'm high,
that's literally exactly what you kept saying. Every 5 minutes for an hour and a half.
When?
I think I'm feeling it.
When?
When you took those gummies.
That was 3 years ago.
So
the
you
last
agree.
time. No, I just ate quietly for.
No, you kept saying, I think I'm feeling it.
The last time I actually got high was I bought that weed alcohol at the liquor store. And I was high school. I was laughing.
I think you're
my
high
ass
as shit
off.
right now.
No, I'm dry as shit.
No, I think you're fucking loaded. I don't even think it's weed. I think you've progressed. You doing crank, Angelo?
Who do you think
Is
wins
crank
this fight?
still a thing? What is crank? I don't know. Does that just go away, or is that like just cocaine?
I think that was speed. Was it speed?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I haven't heard that in a while. I can't believe I pulled that out. You doing fucking crank? You guys want to do some crank?
Well, did you know Molly is just renamed ecstasy? Same shit. They just renamed it.
That's good stuff.
So crank probably got renamed. Yeah, who do you think wins this fight?
Oh shit. Listen, Robert. Bullshit.
See,
Robert against Ihor was a surprisingly very bad matchup for Robert. It seemed like it was going to be cut and dry. A guy with first round finishes and against a chinny guy like Ihor, but the southpaw stance and the speed of Ihor, as bad as he can be chin wise and all this stuff, guy's a really sharp striker. Once he gets flowing, it's hard to really kind of play catch up against that guy, especially being the southpaw. You could see that Robert was really kind of uncomfortable and couldn't really use his jab. And if he didn't have the jab, he was just kind of lunging with the right hand. Brad Tavares is a much more conventional guy striking. He's an orthodox guy. He's going to stand in the pocket. He's going to throw shots. He's got power. He's durable. If this gets out of the first round, definitely it's going to start favoring Brad as the fight goes on. But the way that Brad has kind of fought lately, as you mentioned, a little bit older, slowing down. I think Robert's the faster guy here. And I'm not going to play him because I don't really trust it. But if you are playing like a value play, this feels like it should be a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Like, the odds should probably be 50-50. Like, maybe Robert's still that guy. Brad might be slowing down, all this type of stuff. So if you're playing value, I think there's some decent value here in Robert. And he's actually my pick to win it, but I don't love the pick. As you say before, picks, there's different variations of confidence in picks, and I'm not confident in Robert, but it seems like it's a much better matchup than the Ihor one, and that should be some value there.
Yeah, I don't hate the the analogy I use. It's a spectrum. So I'm right here with the Brad pick. Here's the halfway point. Jacob's right here with Robert. So we're not that far off from each other.
Yeah, speaking
we have
of,
different
I told
picks.
you this, but on the Saturday stream, or no, last night's or the Contender Series stream, which I guess was last night. Time moves slow sometimes, and sometimes it moves fast. I don't know. We don't know what's happening these days. I tell you that. But I called you to ask what your Taco Bell order was, because I was going to make fun of you. You were the butt of the fucking joke, because I'm like, oh, Angelo, over under on 2.5 value meals that he orders from fucking Taco Bell. He's like, give me a number 2, a number 7, and a number 11.
See, I don't do it that way.
But anyway, that was supposed to be the joke. And then it was like, I called you, you said it, we all laughed, and then everyone's like, what do you order, Jacob?
Yeah,
and I
you're
was
like 3 soft tacos, and they called you gay.
You just cut off the entire punchline.
No, because
man.
I feel there. I agree. It's a gay order.
That wasn't the punchline, Angelo, because you said spectrum. They were calling me autistic, but thank you for stepping all over that. What a terrible job you just did. I was setting that thing up fucking beautifully.
My bad.
Fucking retard.
I get triggered by your bullshit Taco Bell order. It is an embarrassing order, and it triggers me. That wild menu, all those delicious different foods, and you get 3 soft tacos like a child. It's embarrassing. It's mushy. It's embarrassing. There's no texture. There's no flavor. It is what children eat. And it triggers me. It triggers me. Actually, all of your fast food orders are dog shit. Didn't you say you've never had a Big Mac? Another dog shit take from Jacob. God. The food stuff pisses me off. Jumbalokoko says, gotta say, I joined Jacob's live stream for the first time last night on Contender Series, and I see where all the hype comes from. Hilarious, pure entertainment, better than the commentators, eats like a child. Thank you.
And last night, I had to fucking run my OBS in fucking safe mode because I got it fixed now, but it was like crashing before the stream, so I had to run in safe mode. Safe mode, Angelo, meant it wouldn't play any fucking music. So I couldn't even fucking play the money song.
Man.
I was trying to sing the song myself. It was a whole fucking deal. We couldn't get that hype. We still tried. I mean, we tried our best, and that's all you got to do. Do your best. Eat your vegetables.
You don't even eat vegetables.
Oh, bullshit. I don't eat fucking vegetables. I ate so many carrots as a fucking child that the tip of my nose turned fucking orange. And yes, that's a real fucking thing. You can basically overdose your body on vitamin C and your skin starts turning fucking orange as a baby. Give me a fucking bucket of fucking carrots and I'll go to town.
First of all, you can't
Not
overdose
cooked
on vitamin
carrots,
C.
though. Fuck cooked carrots. I hate cooked carrots.
Only the long, thick, hard ones.
Yeah, Angelo,
right, Jacob?
The best ones are, like a dick. Oh, you're sucking dicks. He's sucking big dicks, big cocks.
Chewing on them.
He likes the big ones. Better if they're orange. Watch out, President Trump.
Next up,
At
UFC Paris, we have...
I'm leaving. I'll fucking leave. I'll leave. I'm leaving. I'll leave. You know I'll leave. I won't fucking come back. I won't come back.
Sam Patterson take it on Jacob. Huh? I switched it. The tall, handsome, dark man instead of the see-through Casper impersonator. That works, right?
I don't look anything like that guy.
I mean, fuck. Take your hat off, dude. You have the same hair. And great hair. That's not an insult. Great hair. You have the same fucking hair, dude. Take your hat off. It's exactly the same.
My haircut next week.
Well, we got Sam Patterson, and I like to call him Samuel. And he's taking on Trey Waters. Samuel Patterson is 13-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is on a 3-fight win streak, taking on Trey Waters. Trey Waters, 9-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming back after a full year away. Sam Patterson is insanely tall. You'll see there. He is 6'3". He's that very long, awkward build. He doesn't really use that length well on his feet. He's not throwing teeps. He's not keeping you at range. But on the ground, he is absolutely using it. He's tying you up. He's quickly working for submissions. On the feet, he will get after it, but he's a bit chinny. We saw that when he got absolutely smoked by Yanal Ashmaus. He stands tall. He keeps that chin straight up in the air, but if you can get to the chin, you could have some success on the ground. Entirely different story. That length is a wild asset for him. He is coming off that knockout win over Danny Barlow. Taking on Trey Waters. Trey Waters is also an absolute beast. He is 6'5". People were commenting he's not 6'5", Ange. I went back. I double checked. That dude is 6'5". And unlike Sam, he doesn't have a weird lanky build. He's got some thickness. He's muscular. He's strong.
What a fucking homo.
He is a long striker. He does use his length pretty well. He'll pump that jab. He'll lean into it. He tries to keep that range. He does get a little cocky at times, so he keeps his hands pretty low, but he is fast. He's dangerous, and he could be a problem for a lot of people who cannot work their way inside the reach. He is coming off that back and forth war with Billy Goff about a year ago. I don't love Sam Patterson's fight style. On the ground, the guy's like built for MMA jiu-jitsu, built for it. On the feet, though, his chin is straight up in the air. He doesn't use his length very well. He can get hit. I hate it. But he is a guy who will engage. He is a guy who will get after it. I am going to slightly lean Trey here, though, and I'm going to wait for the weigh-ins. The odds are widening. They've yo-yoed a little bit, but as long as these odds stay here, I'm going to wait for the weigh-ins because my only hesitation here is that Trey hasn't made weight in over a year, and he's fucking huge. He's huge. So to make
What's
this
your
weight...
deal with this guy? You blowing this guy?
He's huge.
Thick, huge.
Girthy. The dude's big. I am worried about the weight cut, and therefore I'm worried about the cardio. We did see that he's got dog in him. We saw that in his last fight against Billy Goff, but a year away, not making the weight's going to be interesting. I am picking Trey Waters. I think he's the more dangerous of the two on the feet. I think he's the more well-rounded of the two, the more athletic of the two. And I think Sam Patterson's the type of guy that when he fights somebody who is that much taller than him, it's going to confuse the fuck out of him. He's just used to being huge, and he won't be bigger here. Trey Waters is going to be the pick. But because the odds aren't full-blown tightening, I'm going to wait for the weigh-ins before I place any bets. What do you think, Jacob?
It's going to confuse the fuck. He's going to walk in the cage and be like,
no, he's used to fighting people much shorter than him, and he's going to fight somebody taller than him, and he's not going to know what to do.
Coach, I didn't know he was going to be tall.
Okay.
What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, go ahead. Pick Sam Patterson.
I am picking Sam Patterson. And I'll tell you, there's two key moments here. I would urge everyone to go back and watch the Sam Patterson and left-handed guy Borralho fight. I was at that fight at the Apex. Two great things happened. Number one, I was very high on Danny Borralho in that fight. During the fight, I was very confident that Danny was going to knock this fucking guy out. I had money on Danny. And in the Apex, things get pretty quiet. And I step my game up. I get pretty loud. Everybody can hear what I'm saying. At one point in the fight, Danny lands a little combination. Sam Patterson's backing up against the fence, and I yell, "He's scared out of his mind, Danny!" And John Anik started laughing on the broadcast. You can watch the fight. He starts laughing on the broadcast, and he said, "Sounds like somebody from Danny Barlow's camp just said he's scared out of his mind." And he was fucking quoting me, number two. Sam Patterson had his little friend group there. They didn't like me because I was very vocal that this guy was going to get knocked out. I was walking back from the bathrooms and I walked past all of them. And the way they fucking stared me down after Sam Patterson got out of there with a fucking knockout win was crazy. And I just was like, nice job. Just full fucking bitch mode. I was just like, nice, good win, guys. This is fucking good win, guys. I am taking Sam Patterson here. It's a speed issue, in my opinion. Trey does fight probably longer than Sam Patterson. Really uses that jab well. He is a very durable guy. Like, he'll get tired. He'll drop his hands. But you've seen that he can be a durable guy against shorter people, though. I think that's what's key here, because as the fight extends and his hands drop, he does do the tall guy thing, and Sam Patterson does it too, but I don't think he's going to slow down and drop his hands on a guy like Trey Waters. They do the tall guy thing where it's just kind of like lean back. They know the range against the smaller guys. They're dropping the hands when they're tired and kind of leaning back. Trey Waters, when he does that against Sam Patterson is long enough and fast enough to find that chin. I think could even hurt Trey Waters. Sam Patterson's going to be way faster. If he gets chin, he gets chin, but he should have the grappling advantage too if it goes there for whatever reason. But I think it's just a speed issue. That's why I'm taking Sam Patterson. He's going to be faster.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. And like I said, I'm going to wait for the weigh-ins. If Trey Waters hops on that scale, looks fantastic, then I might throw a bet on him. But if he's sort of...
He looks good right now.
We didn't cut the weight yet. So it's easy to look good now.
No, I'm talking about Sam. It's a good-looking guy.
Great looking. Yeah, for sure.
It's good looking. Really good looking guy.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Would you, if you were, would you?
With powder? No, I'm good. $8,700 in DraftKings Fantasy, $7,500 in DraftKings Fantasy. I'm obviously on the dog here, so I'll take that 7,000 price point for Trey Waters. If you think Sam Patterson wins, I assume you think he'll win by finish here. Trey's pretty tough. I don't see that happening, but the winner likely scores pretty well in DraftKings Fantasy. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool If you want to see what the artificial intelligence has to say, if you need a tiebreaker, we have Betsam, we have Artem, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It is only $10 for an entire month's worth of access. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have one of the newer matchups on this fight card. We have Rhys McKee taking on Axel Sola. Rhys McKee, 14-6 in his career, 32-2 in his, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off that first ever UFC win, taking on the undefeated Axel Sola, who is making his UFC debut. On short notice, we'll talk about Axel. He's a young French prospect. He is getting his first crack at the big show. Solid boxer, clean jab. He has an interesting stance with low hands, but he does throw incredibly hard. The big show, I get it. Hey, congratulations. One of my favorite TikTok things is girls that wear
now you want to talk about it.
that like dress and their boyfriends and husbands just film them and do the big show.
Oh, you love, so that's your type of pornography, is degrading pornography. You like that freaky shit?
They all laugh. Everybody laughs. Everybody has a good time.
What?
The women laugh at it. Everybody laughs. It's a good time.
Oh, yeah, the women love being called big show. That's called fucking laughing on the outside and crying on the inside.
That's because of the outfit, not the...
Get Tiffany right now and tell her she looks like the big show. I want to see what kind of reaction she has.
We will see a death on live.
No, but all the other girl, I mean, respect women, man.
She doesn't have the same sense of humor as other women.
Just fucking, you should respect women.
You should. Speaking of respecting women, the Jonas brother lookalike Axel Sola, nice little prospect coming in here. And if he does win with that French accent and those looks, the UFC is going to push the absolute shit out of him. Takedown defense is pretty decent. If it does fail him, he's got a good enough submission defense to stay safe and then work his way up. He has evolved his game plan. He's added offensive takedowns as well, and isn't only leaning on the striking. And he's very, very explosive. Taking on Rhys McKee. Long, lean striker. He is accurate. He's got good speed. He's got good power. He does a really good job piecing people up on the outside and then rushing in when he sees his openings. He typically will try to avoid the grappling, but he does have solid cage control. He is coming off that first UFC win after a stretch of about 265 losses over 5 years. Axel is a 155-pounder. He is stepping up on short notice. He's not small, but he's not a 170-pounder. This is a good fight. I actually think that Rhys can have some success here. I'm not entirely sure that Rhys is this giant, high-caliber UFC fighter that really belongs on the roster, but I do know that he's fought high-level guys. I do know that he's a good striker. He's got decent grappling. He's very durable, and he will fight. So I'm going to take the guy that had the full fight camp. I'm going to take the bigger guy. I'm going to take the guy that's been in there with a higher level of competition. I'm going Rhys McKee here. No bet, but I do understand why people are on the Axel Sola side. But I'm gonna lean on the level of experience here and go Rhys. What do you think, Jacob?
Trey Jordan said, "I'm tired of Angelo's script. Get genuine, brother."
I write the script. There's nothing more genuine than that, dude. I break down fucking. In this card, there is 28 fighters. I'm supposed to remember 28 fighters' records, their last 5, who they just beat, how they beat them.
I do
no
it
way.
Every week.
You do it after me. It's easy to go second.
What does that even mean?
I do all the talking, and then you pop in, talk about your penis and your tattoos and whatever else.
Which one do you think? The early bird gets the worm, or the second mouse gets the cheese? What's the deal here, buddy?
The cheesy pale mouse has the easier breakdown to do.
Excuse me. Say that again. I want to hear it come off your tongue one more time.
The cheesy pale mouse has the easier fight breakdown because he goes second.
That's what I thought. Boom.
All right. Well, I mean, he picked Rhys McKee. I don't know his logic. And he was just going to make some logic up on the spot because it's easier to go second than it is to go first. He's picking Rhys McKee. He recognizes how durable Rhys McKee is. I have also picked Rhys McKee. I don't know when he's coming back, so here he is. Welcome back, Jacob. Who do you think wins this fight?
Is it my turn? Did you even do your breakdown? Oh, you did, didn't you? Because somebody made fun of your script. Yeah, I like Rhys McKee here. Listen, Axel is he's probably going to be the faster guy. Rhys McKee is not overly fast. Like I think Sam Patterson is faster than this guy, but he does fight long at the end of his jabs and stuff like that. Axel's going to come in, be the faster guy. I don't think he's going to get the wrestling. He wants to get to the wrestling. I don't think he's going to get to the wrestling. These tall guys are tough to take down. If you don't get them out in the open, the second they get to the cage, it's hard to get underneath for the singles. It's hard to get underneath for the doubles. You got to try to do these trips. He's going to be a hard guy to take down. And at range, Axel, in his defense, just kind of goes straight back. There's no real head movement. And like I said, kind of with like the Trey Waters thing, like he's used to just coming back and dropping his hands. Axel the same way, comes back on the center line. I think eventually Rhys McKee with that power at length, he doesn't really have the speed inside, but anything that's going to hit you on that right at the end of his reach is going to fucking hurt. And I could see him finding one of those in late first into the second round as Axel tries to come in, faster guy, push the pace, all that stuff. Rhys is going to be there. He's shown he's a durable guy when he's not fighting Chimaev, and I think he's able to land something to hurt this guy. So I'm on Rhys McKee, and feel good about it because he's, like you said, not short notice. I think he's going to be the better striker, and Axel's not going to be able to get the takedowns. If he can't get the takedowns, I think he's in trouble.
Well, and if Axel has early success with the takedowns, I can't imagine that'll last over 15 minutes. Rhys is durable, short notice. Rhys's takedown defense is solid, especially because he's long. And let's say Axel's having success striking because he is fast and he hits hard. Rhys, we saw in the Cheaty fight, has no problem pushing against the cage, holding there to slow that pace. Yeah, so I like Rhys. We're both on the Rhys McKee side. $7,700 in DraftKings Fantasy. Not a bad spot to be in if you're going to go ahead and pick the dog here. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It's only $10 for an entire month. You will unlock this card, Noche UFC, UFC Perth, and UFC 320 will be in your timeline.
Guys, I don't have
$10.
Cancer. Not anymore.
Why are they saying that? Because it's funny because somebody's like he lost.
I lost 25 pounds in the last 3 weeks, but I think it's fine.
It's funny because the next comment was, "Bro, he just shaved," which is entirely true. Yeah. I wish all I had taken to do was shave, and then people were like, "You look so skinny."
Just start smoking cigarettes, and you'll fucking drop 25 pounds in a month. Dude, the cigarettes are amazing.
I started doing the pouches, man. I did my first real. What?
You gotta have that burn, man. That initial burn that you haven't felt in so long. That fucking.
I did a big boy lip.
Oh god, especially when they're menthols and it just fucking feels like you just froze your lungs and you're just like, oh god, and just fucking hits your fucking fingertips and you're just like, oh.
That would be amazing. Tonight. We just end up with a random Philip Morris sponsorship. I did do a real dip. I took some of Bo's at dinner on Friday. Jesus. But I was terrified I was going to swallow it, so it wasn't very comfortable. It tastes so much better than a pouch, though. It's not even close. So much better than a pouch. But I was terrified I was going to swallow it. So.
Smoke a cigarette. When's the last time you smoked a cigarette?
I smoked a cigarette once in high school because the cool hot chick was standing outside smoking. And I was like, can I get one? She's like, you want one? I was like, yeah. So I grabbed it and I was holding it.
The last time you smoked a cigarette was fucking high school?
Yeah, and I held it like this.
You're such a fucking pussy, dude.
I tried to light it like this, like not in my mouth.
God, dude.
And then she
never
grabbed
actually smoked a cigarette?
She lit it. No, and then I coughed like a motherfucker.
Oh my God, dude. How have you not ever once smoked a cigarette?
I grew up in a smoking household and found it wretched and disgusting.
Oh my God, dude. My grandpa smoked fucking Camel non-filters when we would go to the golf course. If it was raining, the windows stayed fucking up on his little Ford Festiva, and he would fucking rip fucking Camel non-filters. The whole car would be full of cigarette smoke, and I would fucking inhale so much to try to see if I could blow out the fucking smoke myself. So I'd be in there going... fucking like 8 years old, Camel non-filters, fucking secondhand smoke going... So I could go... and see if I could fucking blow it out. That's what I was doing at 8 years old, you fucking pussy. Mine and coal. I was in those mines 16 hours a day, 10 years old.
Yeah, that was the basement. My mom would smoke at the table and just ash at the table. She had her own little smoking room where she'd sit on Pal Talk all night long, singing her Italian songs and shit.
We didn't sit around as a
Wasn't
family
a fan of smoking.
And eat dinner.
Maybe that's why you crave cigarettes right now. Fill that void. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have Marcin Tybura taking on Ante Delija. I think there are 4 UFC debuts on this fight card. And
that
Ante
guy looks like you.
Is one of them. Neck down. Marcin Tybura, 27-9 in his career.
Where's he even from?
Croatia. Because Mirko Krokop is in his corner.
I think you were being a little bit racist there.
I said round because he's in phenomenal shape. Look at the neck and
said
the chest.
you said from I think you said
the
from
neck
the waist
down.
From the waist down, because I think you thought this guy was black.
Oh, if I said no, I think I said neck because I'm looking. I said
think
neck.
you thought this guy was black.
Well, I'm positive he's Croatian because I've broken him down. Anyway, Ante Delija, 25-6 in his career. He's 35 years old, making his UFC debut. They snatched him from PFL. He is a PFL standout. He has broken his way away from them and is making his UFC debut. He's a pretty fun heavyweight. He throws bombs. He shoots takedowns. He's very big at 6'5". He's got great control. He's a good fighter. I just wish he wasn't this old because the UFC needs some juice in this division, and maybe we get 2 good years out of him before that goes downhill. But he is a great addition to the roster at this point in time. Taking on tried and true Marcin Tybura. He is a heavyweight with pitter-patter striking and a grinding style. He doesn't have that big power. He's not going to knock anybody out with one punch, but he will move forward. He will grind you to the ground. He'll get you to the cage. He'll work on top. He'll make stuff happen. He's pretty durable. He has no quit in him whatsoever. And he is coming off the decision win over Mick Parkin, where he uncharacteristically only attempted 2 takedowns, but we did find out that he was utterly useless off of his back. Couldn't do shit off of his back. And that's what makes this fight interesting, because I did pick Marcin Tybura, and this line has full-blown flopped a few times. Marcin was a plus money dog a few days ago. Before that, a minus 210 favorite. Now it is completely evened out, and I wouldn't be surprised if it swung the other way. And this is an interesting breakdown because Ante Delija is a well-rounded fighter. And if he wants to come in here and wrestle early, he will take Marcin down. And he will have success because, like I said, Marcin off his back isn't great. But I don't suspect that's what he's going to do. I assume he's going to come in, he's going to swing wild, as he does, and then Marcin will weather an early storm, get the fight to the ground, and have some success there. But Marcin Tybura is impressive in his durability. We saw it against Janata Deniz. We saw it against Romanov. It's there. But we also saw in that fight, off his back, not great. Ante Delija is tough. He's going to come forward, but you guys are the ones insisting that everybody outside the UFC absolutely sucks. So let's stick with that. I'm picking Marcin Tybura. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, that guy's just not very good. Marcin Tybura has been there, done that, much better competition. It's actually surprising to say Marcin Tybura is going to be the way more tactical striker because he's kind of an unorthodox way that he kind of strikes, kind of sloppy in striking. But in this fight, Ante is just so sloppy in everything he does. He's going to be the more tactical striker. And with those strikes, throwing that jab out there, it's going to deter, it's going to telegraph the shots, and those telegraph shots shouldn't take down a guy like Marcin Tybura. If he does, like you said, he should be able to survive, and then as the fight goes on, it's going to favor a guy like Marcin Tybura. So I really like Marcin in this fight. This guy Ante is like the old school, just kind of crazy pressure with these like windmill strikes to get to the clinch, to try to get to the takedowns, and then he just fucking follows you around and gets beat up. So I like Tybura.
Yeah, I get it. And he's fought the high level of competition. He's been there. He's done that with some of the best in the world. So I'm on the Tybura side as well. Minus 110, minus 110. These odds are crazy. They just keep going back and forth. If any of you are confident in your side, jump on it now. I don't think these odds are going to get too ridiculous, so I would hop on your fighter now when they're even money before you potentially miss on the opportunity to get them before they become a decent favorite. 8,000, 8,200. If you think there's a finish, I would not be surprised by a boring, miserable decision or a pretty fun back-and-forth finish like Marcin had when he fought Janata Deniz. Either way, I'm probably going to avoid this fight for DraftKings Fantasy. If you do want to see what the simulator has to say, what the optimizer has to say, all of those tools are available on the website right now, not just for this fight card, but for 4 fight cards: UFC Noche, UFC Paris, UFC Perth, and UFC 320. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Next up, at UFC...
Did you not put the other fight in?
No, I kept Caillou where he is. So he's on the main card. I kept him where he was.
But he's not.
Well, I just kept him where he was and swapped his opponent.
But he's fucking not.
Well, he's on the main card because he's a star in my eyes. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have Oumar Sy taking on Brendson Ribeiro. Oumar Sy 11-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off his first career loss in what was one of the most frustrating and embarrassing fights I've ever seen in my entire life. Taking on Brendson Ribeiro, 17-8 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. Coming off that knockout loss to Azamat Bakoyev. Oumar Sy is a guy that I ridiculed, I attacked, I ripped him to shreds in the recap video because his performance in his last fight was insane. To be his size, to have his speed, his power, his ability, and to just stand there like a French and do nothing was insanely frustrating. But the dust has settled. I've cooled off. And now I can just objectively look at him and his skill set. If you ignore that last fight, this is a guy with big actions. He's got big power. He's got good wrestling. He's got big slams. He has 8 finishes. Oumar Sy is a guy that can get wins, and he can win on the feet or on the ground. He does have a ton of cardio, but sometimes a little slow to engage. He's coming off that ridiculous loss to Alonzo Menafield. Taking on Brendson Ribeiro. Brendson Ribeiro is the opposite, where we have a Oumar Sy that isn't quite always ready to engage. Brendson Ribeiro will engage immediately. He'll get after it. He's got good, powerful striking. He likes to move forward. He gets his hands going. He's also pretty hittable. His takedowns are mediocre. But if the fight does end up on the ground, he's aggressive. He hunts for submissions. He's a very active guy, always looking to finish a fight. He's coming off that knockout loss to Azamat Bakoyev. And listen, once the dust settled and I was able to just look at this for what it is and not just hate Oumar Sy for his last performance, I realized Oumar Sy should absolutely dominate here. Brendson Ribeiro, this is how I see this fight going. I fully recognize how how dangerous Brendson Ribeiro is. I get it on the feet and on the ground. But Oumar Sy is not soft. He's not breakable. He just was unwilling to engage in that last fight and thought he was coasting with a jab here or there. Alonzo engaged in that kind of fight. Brendson will not. So here's what I see happening. I see Brendson Ribeiro come forward, throw crazy, maybe land 1 or 2 good ones, and then Oumar Sy, full-blown Nurmagomedovs. He's bigger, faster, stronger, more athletic, and he dominates. He's got better cardio. I think Oumar Sy dominates this fight. It will be dicey in the first minute, and then after that, I think he completely takes over after getting hit. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I don't know if it's Sy or C. I'll call him C. You call him Sy, I'll call him C.
C.
If this guy comes in and after the bad performance, now it's in front of the home crowd. Crowd's going to be fucking amped up for this dude. The French crowds are always insane. I mean, they're singing the national anthem during the fights. It's fucking crazy. If this guy coming off a bad performance, he's heard all the fucking stories. Oh, this guy, he's soft or whatever. And he says, I'm going to make a statement. UFC Paris, I'm coming in and I'm getting a knockout. This guy, Brendson Ribeiro, at plus 330 is going to give you a shot for your money. He's going to give you a shot for your fucking money. 2 guys are walking into this cage. One of them is there to fucking win and finish a fight. The other guy, I don't know what his fucking... I mean, last fight, well, he was not there to fucking win the fight. He was there to fucking just get out of there for whatever reason. I know that Brendson Ribeiro was going to come in. I feel like Sy, C, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't give a fuck what his name is. Because he's going to come in, probably make a statement. Maybe he comes in, like Angelo says, is smart about it, wrestles, and is boring 10, 12, 15 minutes of control time. Sure. That's why he's the favorite, because of the wrestling advantage. But if he comes in and says, I'm going to make a statement against a guy, Ribeiro, who also is chinny, he's a chinny dude, and Oumar Sy, he might come in and say, hey, I got this chinny dude, they're setting me up, I'm supposed to get this big knockout. That plus 330 at some point in that round is going to be like, oh, and we'll see if he can finish the job. I'm taking the guy that's coming to fucking fight, and that's Brendson Ribeiro to get it done.
I get the logic. I'm not going to argue the logic. I get it. Brendson Ribeiro does come to fight. And we saw that when he beat that other DR guy. Because DR was getting pieced up on the feet, shot a sloppy takedown, then got freaking Kimura'd. So Brendson is there to fight. He's got a quit button. He does have a quit button. And I'm going to lean on Oumar's. When I was railroading him,
I
said
quit means you had to have started in the first place. How about that? Sai didn't even fucking start last fight.
Talking about your jiu-jitsu journey.
Fucking pussy-ass bitch.
So I said, when I was railroading him, I said, he's not a fighter. He's an athlete who started doing combat sports. He's not a fighter. And he's not. Brendson Ribeiro is a fighter. Just willing to get after it, just loves the fight itself. In this case, Oumar being the athlete, the person who's not willing to fight and make it disgusting and dirty and grimy, and that's going to work out because he's just going to start wrestling and we're going to be good. So I'm going.
That felt racially charged.
How?
Didn't love it.
Okay. I said he's not a fighter. At his last fight, was just standing there in a staring contest. Okay. Some people love to be in a fist fight. Oumar Sy is not one of them. We'll break down other fighters on this card. Who's next?
I was bloody, not beaten, and I was smiling.
I have a picture of you right here with a bloody nurse, and you're looking in the camera. You look happy to be there. Now that bloody nose was from allergies because you're a nerd, but you were happy to be there.
Fucking violence. You put me and another man in a room. 10 out of 10 times I'm coming out of the room.
10 out of 10 times he's coming.
10 out of 10 times I'm coming out of that room. I'll even let them get they can pick a weapon. Guess what? You give me 37 seconds. Now that's my weapon. And now it's real bad for you. 10 out of 10 times. Unless they got a gun, because that's tough.
I beat you up in a room with no weapons.
You had to wear fucking sissy-ass fucking gloves.
Okay.
Imagine that right hand landed and I didn't have a glove on, Angelo. Yeah. So congrats with your little baby jabs. I landed the most impactful shot, and if I didn't have a fucking glove on, you wouldn't be here today. I promise you that. Promise you that.
Sure.
Promise you.
Okay. Well, while Jacob relives the good old days of losing to me in a fist fight a year and a half ago, I'm going to tell you what to do in DraftKings Fantasy here, and I'm not quite sure. $9,500 makes a lot of sense if Oumar Sy finishes Brendson Ribeiro, which Brendson is pretty finishable, so that should be the case. If he doesn't finish him, I still imagine there's a bunch of takedowns. I do not think this is the staring contest that we've gotten in the past. I think that money might be worth it. If you want to see what the optimizer has to say, if you want to see what the fight simulator has to say, it's a tool that simulates fights 100,000 times and gives you the outputs. WeWantPicks.com, click become a member. It's only $10 for an entire month's worth of access, and that month will give you everything for every card. WeWantPicks.com. $10 super chat from Jared Staples, 2,500. If you don't make Lock of the Week video, I'm going to teabag you, Jakey boy. I'll hold him down. He doesn't know how to get up. Thank you, Jared Staples. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have the featured prelim of the evening.
Oh my God, we're still on prelims.
It's the last one. This was a front-heavy card. There's only 6 on the main card. We're breaking down 8 here. We have William Gomis taking on Robert Ruchala. William Gomis, 14-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off that close loss to Haider Emil, taking on Robert Ruchala. Robert Ruchala, 11-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, making his UFC debut. We've broken down William Gomis before. And sometimes he's that typical French savate-style fighter who stays on the outside, doesn't fully engage, just stays safe. Other times, like the last time he fought in Paris, he got in his opponent's face, he got after it, and we saw a little more aggression than usual. He has 75 minutes of cage time, and he lands fewer than 4 significant strikes per minute. So while he did get after it with Joe Anderson Brito, he doesn't necessarily always get after. William Gomis can strike, he can grapple, he can do all the things. He does have high fight IQ, and even though he's not willing to engage, he can have some success on the outside. He's taking on Robert Ruchala. Fun athletic striker. He will jump, he will spin, he will kick, he will wrestle, he'll attack from all angles. Well-rounded guy. He's got great pressure, a wide array of attacks. He can be hittable, though. He is pretty durable, so he will take his beating. When he shoots takedowns, he runs right through them. When he strikes, he throws with intent. He is going to be fun to watch because he will move forward and he will take risks. I mentioned the last time we saw Gomis fight in France, he was uncharacteristically aggressive. He was busy, and he ended up winning that fight. It was a gift decision, but he ended up winning that fight. You didn't think he won that last fight.
Bullshit. What fight are you talking about? Which one was it?
Brito in France.
Oh, yeah, Brito won that, yeah.
Yeah, correct. But William gave us way more than he normally does. He didn't just play on the outside. Then in his last fight against Hyder Amel, he got his hands busy too. So this new busy version of William Gomis actually doesn't play well in this fight because Robert thrives in that chaos. And if William gives him the chaos, Robert's going to have some success. So this is the rare time where you need somebody to stay on the outside and pick his shots and stay tactical and do that Savat style. I'm going to pick William Gomis. I've seen him with my own eyes get a gift decision in Paris before, and he'll probably get a gift decision. I said Paris. I was going to say Paris. I was going to say France, so I just said pants. William Gomis.
Pants? What are you, some sort of homosexual?
Gomis is going to be the pick here. I do not love these odds. What do you think, Jacob?
Hold on, let me write that down. Pants, what are you, some sort of homosexual? That's a fucking great one, man. That's a Kill Tony classic there. Pants, what are you, some sort of homosexual? And then I look at Tony and he's like, and the crowd starts booing, but I think it's funny. Like, it's ironically bad that I'm going to be up there laughing to myself and nobody else is going to be laughing. That's my type of humor when only I... Who's the funniest person you know? I'll answer for myself. The funniest person I know is me. Nobody can make me laugh more than me. What was your question?
Who do you think wins this fight?
Robert Ruchala, I think, is a very good striker. Unfortunately, I don't think he's as good a striker as William Gomis, but this does feel like the most prototypical William Gomis fight because I believe that Robert is going to come in with the pressure. He's a tough kid. You see him with the belt there. He's going to be confident. He's not a 3 or 4 loss guy. He's got 1 loss on the record, wants to make a statement. He knows it's a big moment, and William will default. Right? If you bring the pressure, he has no problem defaulting to being back against the fence and doing his fucking whatever. And that's how I feel like this fight is going to go. With Robert pressuring the entire fight, William being the more calculated striker, dancing around, landing the big kicks, off his back foot. But sometimes weird things happen when you got somebody that's backing up the entire fight, the person's moving forward the entire fight. It's going to be the French judges or whatever it is. But even inside of rounds, you could do that for 4.5 minutes and look fucking great doing it. And all of a sudden, like one little stagger, well, that guy was backing up the entire time and he got hurt at the end. All of a sudden, William Gomis lost a round. And everyone that has bet William Gomis, me included, is going to be in the second and third rounds being like, oh, fuck. Like looking at the fight's over and we're thinking, oh, my God. Did he get I think he got the second and third. I think it might be one of those fights. But William's a better striker, and it should be a mostly striking matchup. So if you're not betting that, I don't know what you're betting. So I'm taking William, and I'm betting him.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Was I talking for a long time?
No. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it felt like it was fucking...
Like it was loaded with hot air, but you got there. You made your way to the end.
I think I really excel at like just off the cuff. Like you win an Oscar. Can you do a little Oscar speech? Who you think? You just won the leading role in a movie, whatever that one is. Best male actress, whatever it is.
I do a ton of presentations at work and a ton of speeches. I got to do a lot of impromptu thinking and stuff, but it's always prepared. Like I'm never just...
No shit, you can't even talk about one fighter when you're not fucking reading something.
But I did the preparation. I'm reading my shit. I did the prep. I'm a prepared person. Now I can read a room. I can adjust on the fly. I can adapt to the situation.
You know what the best Grammy speech of all time was? I think it was a Grammy. Was Andre 3000. I don't know if he won it for Outcast, but he went up there. They gave him the trophy. Leaned over, he goes, thank you. And just fucking walked off. Just fucking leaned over, was like, thank you. And just fucking walked off the stage. Fucking so badass.
That is funny. Damn, good for him. Good for him.
Do you know who that is?
Did he ever win another one? Andre 2000? Of course I do. Did he win another one, or they were like, never again, are we giving one to this guy? That wasn't worth it.
What?
Because doesn't the Academy vote? How does that work? Grammys are voted on by who?
Dude.
Who votes for the Grammy? Who picks the Grammy winners?
God does. At the end of the day, doesn't he kind of do everything?
They just okay.
It's all he's fucking. That's him, man. It's all part of it, man.
Well, if he's got a message to send to us through you, you can do so by leaving a voicemail at 866 We Want Picks. We have a voicemail box. You want to leave your predictions?
Somebody call in right now, please.
You want to leave your predictions, your reactions, your thoughts?
Wait, we had a donation.
Feedback? We did have a donation.
Yeah, try to avoid this one.
Ange, don't you sell glizzies for Oscar Mayer? First of all, if I was a hot dog salesman, I would have made a fortune, because when Jacob first moved to Texas, all he ate was hot dogs for lunch and dinner for an entire year.
There's nothing wrong with hot dogs.
And
I'd eat 2 for lunch, 2 for dinner. They're actually
every day for a year.
Oddly very healthy for you.
There's no way they're healthy.
Oddly very healthy for you.
There's no way, dude.
Dude, they're so convenient. What, 20 seconds in the microwave, boom, bam, wham. Now you got a fucking piece of meat sliding down your throat.
Hot dogs and mayonnaise. Leave a message.
What's with the mayonnaise?
I hate mayonnaise. That's a you people.
So why do you say hot dogs and mayonnaise?
You said you were sliding it down your throat. What does mayonnaise look like?
Talking about some sperm.
Ejaculate. I am, yes. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Leave a message. 866 We Want Picks. Whatever you want. We listen to all of them. Whether I play them all or not.
Huh? All this weird perverted jokes have been from you. Started the stream talking about children. Now you're talking about...
No, nobody talked about children. We just got a voicemail. Okay, here's your voicemail, Jacob. You asked for a voicemail, you got one.
Oh,
okay.
No, don't.
This is the bullshit. This is what happens when you give the people a platform.
Oh, Billy.
Oh,
Billy. Angela's really fat.
This little cherry on top.
Oh, Billy.
Angela's really fat. Fucking dork. Well, fuck that guy. But not fuck you. Because if you go to the website, I'll give you the greatest offering this space has ever seen. And that is not an exaggeration. Of course, we have bets.
Hospitals used to serve hot dogs? You tell me I can't go
First
to a
of all,
hospital and I get a hot dog now?
Who said hospital food's healthy? Hospital food's fucking not. It's TV dinners. Hospital food's not healthy.
You in the hospital a lot, Angela? Oh, because your treatments.
We got another message.
Going, by the way.
Hey, Ange, you should do a glizzy eating contest, bruh. You look like you could take a lot of glizzies.
Are you
later.
reading a voicemail?
That one I read, yeah.
Why would you do that? They leave voicemails for a reason. Don't read them.
Because, I'm not doing a glizzy eating contest. And I can't eat a lot of hot dogs. Oh, no, I can eat a lot of hot dogs. Just sheer volume, but no speed. I'm not dunking, whatever. Just eat and enjoy.
You're a volume guy.
Sheer volume. Sheer volume. Yeah, and I regret it later. I feel it. Got to take Prilosec. But yeah, sheer. Okay. Greatest offering in this space. No exaggeration whatsoever. We have picks. We have bets. We have an artificial intelligence. We have 5 different cappers. 4 humans, 1 robot. We have tools. A fight simulator. Go look up SaberSim. It's $300 a month. We have the exact same thing that we built from scratch. We have an optimizer. Go look up Roto Grinders. $60 a month just for UFC. Ours builds DraftKings and FanDuel. All of those tools available right now for $10, including the tape index.
How many chicken wings could you get?
Most I ever ate while counting, and I had to put in effort. It wasn't just oh, oops, look how much I ate. Was I think 105 at Buffalo Wild Wings in Monroe, Connecticut. There were 10-cent wing Wednesdays, good old days.
You said, now, bitch, how many?
105. It was 10-cent wing Wednesdays. 100 was the challenge, so then I did 5 more to bury it. This was peak Angelo. This was like training and competing and coaching Angelo, where I could just eat whatever the fuck. Phenomenal shape. It was, good old age. Looked fucking great, too. Looked
Yo, are we
great.
calling bullshit on that, or is that an attainable?
My aunt will tell you, and you know she would never lie for me. You've met her a bunch of
That
times.
seems like so many fucking chicken wings. You're talking about like a flat's like this big, right?
And drums. Yeah, no, chicken wings.
Well, some are like actual fucking.
They're the good set. No, they weren't the mini bullshit. I'm going to text my aunt right now and see if I get an answer.
Oh my god.
Jacob doesn't believe me.
No, I don't know. I was a
How
question for
many
the chat.
wings? I'm not even going to give her an answer. How many wings did I eat at
If she says 35,
Buffalo
outta here.
Bills that time? At
Wait, the place was Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
Oh, it explains so much. You were fucking pounding meat at Buffalo Bills? Oh my god. We got to the bottom of this fucking trauma.
We sure did.
Holy shit. This guy was just slamming meat down your throat 24/7.
Well, it was 10 cents. I had to pay for it. Here's another voicemail. I'll play it. It's a genuine question. Very rare for the voicemails.
Jacob, if you had to take one dog for this week, who would it be?
Oh, well, tune in.
Yeah, he's not going to give that away. That's his lock of the week. He's not going to give it away.
Tune in.
Good question. I like the real question ones that aren't
That
just Angelo's
horror
fed.
answer yet?
No, she might be asleep. It's 10 o'clock in Connecticut.
Call her ass up.
No, I'm not
I
doing
got
that.
it.
She'll
I'll
think,
call
she'll
her.
think it's an
Hold on a second.
emergency.
No.
She'll think it's an emergency.
got it.
Oh, it says red. It just flipped to red now. She doesn't
I
answer.
got it.
What a fucking bitch.
I got it. Hey, Sherry.
Sherry.
Hey. Yeah, he was texting you, but I knew you'd pick up for me. Yeah, we got a quick question for you. What are you doing, by the way?
Sherry. You think
What do you,
anybody in my family would be named Sherry?
What are you wearing? I got you that, didn't I? Yeah, anyway, quick question. Your fat fucking nephew, he was eating, Angelo, he was eating wings at some place growing up. I don't know. It sounded like he was 13 years old when he was about 275, 310.
All right, here we go. Here's her answer. She goes, it was either, see, I had to correct her. So I'll show you the real answer. So you don't think I'm lying. Cover her name. Okay, you can screenshot if you need. I said, Jacob doesn't believe me. How many wings did I eat at Buffalo Bills that time on 10 Cent Wednesday? She goes, it was either 40 or 50. You and your uncle. I said it was over. I said it was over 100. Oh my God, yes, we were disgusted by you.
Yeah, right. That's called leading the witness, you dumb bitch. That's not holding up in fucking court. Hey, wasn't it over? That's leading the fucking witness. She gave her answer. You can't be like, but I thought it was over 100, right? And then they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. That's leading the fucking witness. That's not holding up in any court. You ate 40 fucking wings.
Okay, you don't have to believe. I don't care. This is not a record that matters.
I mean, you were
And it actually
very
wasn't
proud of
even a record.
yourself, and in my opinion,
You
should
asked
be
and
fucking
I
embarrassed.
No, you asked and I answered. Also, that wasn't a Jewish accent. That was a New York accent. And there are no Angelos in the Jewish community. It's not a name that exists on that side. Optimizer. Here's the 4 fight cards you can unlock everything for. You get UFC Paris. You get Noche.
And his
You
aunt's
get
awesome, by the
Perth.
way.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She's
you get
great.
Perth.
I
That's why
called
she
her
said
a whore,
we were-
but she's not.
we
a
were.
whore.
I didn't even hear you do that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I said did your whore ain't answer yet, and you just fucking blew right past it. And I was like, all right, well, fucking got away with that one.
My brain didn't even process it.
Like, there's no way he said that. Like, it was just so extreme. Your brain was like, no, he wouldn't fucking say that. I said, that fucking whore ain't answer yet.
And then UFC 320 on the back end. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. We will be at Noche. I mentioned it before and I mentioned it again. You're only going to hear for it 2 more weeks because Noche is next weekend.
Look for the shine, baby.
Jacob will have a shirt with 1 sleeve. The other sleeve will be cut off right here. and he will be
You know what it kind of
showcasing.
looks like from a distance? Looks like he got like a watch tattooed. Doesn't it kind of look like a watch from that far?
No, I could see where you're going, but
Oh, bullshit. It looks like a fucking watch from that distance. Chat, yes or no?
congrats on the watch tattoo then.
I mean, the detail is great.
It is nice detail. Ooh, it almost looks 3D right there. Why are you breathing like that? That was like me in the hunting
That's not my
video.
dry ass skin either. That's fucking second. You can see it all peeling off. It's fucking seconds.
The funny that heavy breathing was when I uploaded that hunting video.
Thank
from
you,
the other
Mr.
day.
Skycy. I appreciate your support and I appreciate you being here tonight.
When I uploaded that hunting video, all everybody commented on was how heavy I was breathing. Walking through this heavy fuck field at 100 degrees with
You
giant
just sound
boots.
like that on the couch with a fucking box of M&Ms. Guy's fucking got to hold his breath to chew.
All right, we got 2 more voicemails and then we'll hit the main card.
Oh my God.
And you asked them to leave messages, so they did. Here we go.
Ange, Jake,
Yo.
we appreciate you guys. Preston here, Preston Taylor, LA. I think that's my handle on there. Watching you guys live now for the first time. Hope everyone's enjoying. You guys are absolutely hilarious. A dynamic duo. I know everyone appreciates. Most importantly, if listeners do get a chance, for the love of God, $10. I've had the subscription for 2 years. I don't even pay attention sometimes. Go get the damn thing. It's literally the best deal on the planet. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Preston, my man, think about the
That
two
sounds like a
messages.
bot.
2 messages
I
ago.
think that's a bot.
2 messages ago, Angelo's really fat. And then we get Preston gassing up the boys.
Yeah, I
Thank
agree,
you,
guys.
Preston.
I think that was fucking. I think it's a paid actor.
And then here's another message.
Oh,
Last
God.
one. Last one.
Jacob, Angelo, quick question. In a 3-round fight, 2 minutes each, who's winning and how are you winning the fight?
I'm beating the brakes off this little turd any way I want.
Wait, what were the stipulations again? Or do we have gloves or not? It makes all the difference.
In a 3-round fight, 2
Do we
minutes
have gloves
each.
or not? That's all I need to know.
Whatever you want, you pick.
If there's no gloves, there's no problem.
Why? You think what?
If there's no gloves, there's no problem.
That makes no sense.
Makes
Well, the
sense to
answer's me. And you guys want to see it again?
No
just
gloves, then there's no problem.
If you want to see it again, just tell Jacob. We'll do it. We'll do it live.
Fuck it,
Sim-
we'll do it
Exactly.
live.
Egg Zachary. And here's the address for the vlog. If you want to send something, we'll open it. Filming a vlog in 2 weeks. We want pics. P.O. Box 406, Prosper, Texas. 75078.
All I saw was Greco-Roman wrestling homos.
That's not even how you spell it. Nerd.
Geico wrestling.
Opening up the UFC Paris main card, we have Patricio Pitbull taking on Lucine Caeta. Patricio Pitbull came to the UFC earlier this year and is getting after it. This is his 3rd fight in the UFC after what was a pretty long layoff coming from Bellator. 37-8 in his career. He is finding success. 2-3 in his last 5 coming off that first UFC win, taking on Lucine Caeta. 16-1 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5, making his official UFC debut. Patricio Pitbull is a very accomplished fighter, and he hasn't quite reached that same level of success in the UFC, but he is 1-1, and he did just beat a pretty durable guy in the division. Patricio Pitbull was a multiple-time world champion in Bellator. He had 16 fights in a row where every single fight was either to win the belt, defend the belt, or fight for a new belt. He was the 145-pound champion, the 155-pound champion, even fought for the 135-pound belt. He's got decent striking, good wrestling. He grinds forward. He stays busy. He's very tough, but he is getting old. He just beat Dan Ige with 5 takedowns, taking on Lucine Caeta. I pronounce his name differently every single time. He's an absolute destroyer on the feet. He's fast, he's powerful, he's creative. Great offensive striking, good counter striking as well. His sprawls are insanely fast, and everything he does is with intent. We don't have a lot of footage of him defending takedowns. We have a lot of him attacking people. They shoot a desperate takedown. His hips hit the mat instantly. What we don't have is a lot of people on a single, and he's stuffing the head. So I don't quite know how good his takedown defense actually is, but from what I've seen, he's insanely dangerous, insanely fast, and he does push his hips down instantly. And at his age, with that speed and that danger, versus sort of an aging guy, I'm going to lean Qaeda here, but this is like such a... Guys, how could you bet against Pitbull? 14-time world champion. How could like that? It's just that's almost too easy of a narrative. I like Qaeda. I think he's just so fast, so dangerous. As long as he doesn't fade late, which it doesn't seem like he does, he's going to be the pick. But lots of unknowns here to be a 2-1 favorite over a tried and true vet in Patricio Pitbull. As long as he can defend a couple of takedowns, he should run away with this fight. What do you think, Jacob?
Danger is real. But fear is a choice. Just let that sit for a minute.
Fear's not a choice.
Danger is real. But fear is a choice.
But it's not a choice. That's not a truth. That's not true.
What kind of pussy-ass fucking statement is that? Of course it's a choice. You choose to be fearful. You choose to fear.
You don't.
Yes, you do. You pussy.
The saying is something
you
like...
You sound like a pissy.
You cannot choose to be afraid. You're just afraid or you're not. And your body reacts. What you do
Are you
with
raising
that...
kids that way? Oh, my God.
Yeah. Hey, what you're feeling is normal.
Don't you tell them, oh, my God, hey, jump off the diving board. Oh, I'm scared. There's nothing to fear. Go. And then make the decision. They change their minds. It's a choice.
I get
my
that you're
body, my choice.
I get that you're scared, but get over it and do it anyway.
You choose to be fearful.
You don't choose to be scared.
Is real. Right. Fear is a choice. And I'm telling you right now, nobody's going to listen to me, and that's fine. And half the chat's going to call me, and I hate using this word, a fucking retard after this breakdown, and that's fine. But you guys are going to have to sit there on Saturday night. And when this happens, you're going to be like, oh, shit, he was right. And you're not going to come back and say I was right, but you're going to know that I was right. So get it out of your systems now. Even if he doesn't win. Okay? Even if he doesn't win, I promise you that this is a good matchup for Pitbull. Yair is a weird dude. Yair's on the outside, just picking and poking, a lot of weird kicks, switching stances, all this stuff, and he couldn't really chase down because Pitbull is a counter striker, and he also wants to mix in the wrestling as well off of pressure. This guy, Keita, is going to come in with crazy pressure, and he's not a fucking like a boxer. Okay, he's not really setting up with the jab and then working the body and then throwing combinations. He's an explosive guy. He has power. If he lands on Pitbull and puts him out, that's what most people think happens. I get it. But he doesn't really set stuff up. And on the regional stuff, you can just be fast and explosive and just throw the bomb right hands and they land on the regional guys and all this stuff. But against a counter striker, at the...
That's why
like your fat mouth has never fucking
That's
stumbled
why
over
they're
a
going to
word.
call you a retard. Against a counter striker. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Don't be scared. It's a choice.
Uh-oh. But against a power, when you want to be the counter striker, and this guy's throwing heavy shots, or you want to get to your wrestling, and this guy's overextending into the big shots, it feels like this a match made in heaven for a high-level guy like Pitbull. I warned everybody in the Ige fight. I was on one of a very rare majority that was like, listen, guys, this is not Yair. This is a good matchup for... Say something about it.
He said it. Get Jake a grilled cheese.
Now, I'll be honest. I had about...
That sounds delicious.
No. I had about 10 to 20 to 30 immediate fucking images in my head that I was about to describe from my childhood that would have got this channel shut down. And I stopped myself. Like, you know how fast I can just fucking go? I was about to describe this one situation from my childhood at daycare, and I shut it down. Boom. Shut it down. And I'm still picturing it in my head, and I wish I could describe the scene in front of you today, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, this should be a good. I think it's a good matchup for Pitbull, and he's my pick.
You're not worried about an early storm? Like if Pitbull loses, you think he's knocked out, or you think he could actually lose a decision?
I mean,
genuine question, not being an
I think he either gets chinned or I think he wins. He's getting a couple takedowns. He's counter striking well. This guy he's a very explosive guy and a powerful guy, but like he's not like a great like high level striker. He's just fast and explosive, and that can work. I mean, it's worked so far, but
yeah.
Against a guy like Pitbull who wants to counter strike, who's seen that shit, that can mix in it just feels like it's a good matchup for him. He still might lose. I don't know. I didn't fucking bet him, I'll be honest. So.
Yeah, listen, I get it. I get this year, the prospects we've seen lose left and right. The fact that we still have UFC debuts as massive favorites and that people continue to bet on them is crazy. Look at the opening line. Pitbull was a minus 150 favorite. Now he's a plus 170 dog. Full flip. He's old, and he has been knocked out before. It's not like he's never been knocked out, but he is durable. So I am on the Keita side. I think he's very fast, and he doesn't fade. So if he can defend those early takedowns, he'll defend the late ones, and we're good. But if he can't, then yeah, he's fucked. And I think 2-1 odds are absolutely crazy here. $7,300 in DraftKings Fantasy. If you're on the Pitbull side and you believe in what he did in Bellator and that transfers over to UFC, meaning that wasn't against nobody bums and that he's accomplished as much in this sport as he literally did, then yeah, great odds. Great price point. If you need a tiebreaker, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. All the picks, all the tools, all the bets, everything. $10. That'll include UFC 320, Noche UFC, UFC Perth, and obviously UFC Paris. $5 super chat from Johnny Castaneda. Fear is a choice. Angelo's funny today. Fear is a choice. To say fear is not a choice is insane. If I throw a snake in your bed while you're asleep and you wake up to a fucking rattlesnake, you just don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Said fear is a choice.
It's not a choice.
Well, that's not what you just said. So we got
I said
there.
I said if fear is a choice, and then I gave an example. Show me that you're not scared just waking up to a fucking rattlesnake.
Just hold on yourself again. Let's see swing an axe again, retard.
I thought you hate to say that word.
Well,
Next up.
Fucking force it out of me. Just like when I'm forced to fucking backhand you in the kitchen for burning my biscuits. I don't like doing it, but you're making me do it. You're making me do it.
Sometimes you just gotta smack a woman. What does Sean Connery say? What is that quote?
I'm not familiar with what you're talking about, Angelo. What kind of stuff are you listening to?
You're very familiar. Sean Connery was just on late night TV talking about smacking women. Sometimes you just gotta smack them.
That's the type of stuff you listen to.
It just hypes
Hold
me
on
up
a second. So that was probably on before you were maybe even born. So
I went back and watched it. I used it as motivation to talk back to Tiff. Yeah. Like, all right. Like
what
today.
What do we talk about respecting
dude, she's
women?
fucking listening. How about you stop eavesdropping? She just texted me saying, I wish you fucking would.
Yeah, come. Hey, Tiffany, he was calling you the Big Show earlier. If you're listening right now, I don't know if you can hear me, Tiffany, but he was calling you the Big Show, and I said, say it to her fucking face. And he was too pussy to fucking say it. Too pussy. Well, it's the Big Show. He thought you would find that very funny.
I said other women would find it funny. As you could tell by I wish you fucking would, sense of humor is not really her thing. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have Harry Hardwick stepping up on insanely short notice to take on Cowie Fernandez. Harry Hardwick, 13-3 in his career. He is 5-0 in his last 5, making that short notice UFC debut, taking on Cowie Fernandez. 10-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that upset win over Guram Kutaledladze. Harry Hardwick stepping up on a few days' notice. Faraz Ziam was supposed to fight Cowie. I picked Cowie in that fight, and not a single person agreed with me. Nobody agreed with me. The whole world said Faraz runs right through him. Well, your boy's gone. His grandmother died. May she rest in peace. He's gone. And now we have Harry Hardwick, and people are still insisting.
How's your grandmother doing?
One's dead, the other one has dementia.
How's the one with dementia doing? Does she know how she's doing?
Yeah, she's got the worst kind where it's like, it's not like every day's a new fun day. It's like my mom
Where am I?
She lives in Italy, and my mom was in
I bet
Connecticut.
She loves a good cigarette.
My mom was in Connecticut, and then she was like, you were in Connecticut? You didn't come visit me? And my mom was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you didn't visit me? And now she's had like furious to my mom for a week straight.
The last time I had a cigarette was with you.
In Vegas?
That was fucking those little bullshit Canadian. It was the worst cigarette I've ever had.
That Canadian.
I was like, oh, I'm fiend. I was like, can I bum a cigarette? And then people always give me fucking cigarette, especially when I'm a nice guy. People fucking, they're like, oh fuck yeah, smoke a cigarette with me. But they had these like the fucking little stubby fucking Canadian cigarettes. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I lit it, and it literally was like, I was so looking forward to it.
I don't have, I get like that with wine. I look forward to wine, so I get you, man. A bunch of people talking about dementia. It is fucked up. And, I'm so far removed from it, I don't have to deal with it, but my mom does, and hearing her heartbreak is tough. But we got Harry Hardwick stepping in on short notice. Harry Hardwick is the Cage Warriors champion. He is also a 145-pounder who is moving up to 155. Style-wise, a stocky striker. He stands tall. He presses forward. As he walks forward, he throws straight punches. And by straight, I mean straight. He will jump out of the pocket if you fire things back. When things get dicey, he will tie you up. He'll look for a takedown. He is long. He does use teep kicks to try to keep you far away. He's got a solid chin, but he can get his legs chewed up. Taking on Caio Fernandez, loose, powerful striker. He's always bouncing on his toes. He's got good speed. He's got good power. He's got solid takedown defense as well. He can get flashy in the striking when he's comfortable and when he's focused. He can be technical as well. He will light up your legs, and he just beat the absolute piss out of Garam in every aspect of MMA. I picked Caio versus Faraz. You people came from my head. I am picking him against Hardwick, and I'm already seeing I placed a bet on him. I bet on Caio Fernandez. I bet on him at, minus 150? Now he's minus 170. I threw it in the Discord. It was immediately met with X's and thumbs down. I don't know why everybody hates Caio Fernandez. I genuinely don't understand it. The dude just showed us against Garam how good he can be everywhere. He stays composed. He's got wrestling. He's got striking. He's got beautiful leg kicks. He's fast. He's creative. I love him in this matchup. He's going to be the bigger fighter, the full camp fighter, the more well-rounded fighter, the less hit fighter. Harry Hardwick is not like some young killer prospect. The dude's 30 years old, looks 50, and he's small. I'm going Caio Fernandez. I got a bet on him at minus 150. I think it's 50, maybe 155. What do you think, Jacob? Yeah, there's your boy. It's like half karate stance. That front leg's going to get lit the fuck up. That's my prediction.
I'll take Caio.
Yeah, listen, I'm with you. I think that front leg gets absolutely destroyed. And we saw it get destroyed. You don't even have to do 3 minutes of tape study before you see his leg get destroyed.
Harry's a tough guy. He's going to be coming forward. He's a brawler. He's a stiff brawler. He just wants to fucking overwhelm you with volume and be in short notice against a counter striker that can sit back and snipe from the. Caio likes when you pressure him, and if you want to stay on the outside, like Angelo said, your leg's gonna get fucking blasted. So,
this is always that game where if we weren't live, or if I didn't care as much as I did, or if I could just do so, I would just sit here and see how long you can go with just a random cutoff.
You think?
But I worry you won't break. That's a problem.
There's
won't break.
Not a chance in the world.
So then I'll just sit here.
I think we should sit here.
Was Tiffany behind me?
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I'm just seeing.
Dude, I forgot I even wrote that. That was like fucking 10, 15 minutes ago.
Why didn't you text it to me?
The second you just whipped around, I knew exactly what you had just read. 10 minutes ago, I typed in our private chat or whatever the fuck this is for StreamYard. I was like, your wife is behind you. Then all caps, turn around, hurry. So Angelo just now, I wrote that like 15 minutes ago. So I just fucking worked around. Jesus.
Oh, God. I'm fucked. We're both on the Fernandez side. I went ahead and bet on him. That line's already starting to widen, and it might be because of the training
minus
footage.
160 now.
All right, dude. Why do people hate him? I would love for somebody to lay out an intelligent argument.
He was
as
my
to
lock
why
of the week.
Caillou
This is how
sucks.
I'm never wrong about lock of the week. I'm just early sometimes. He was my lock of the week when he fought Mark and just kind of got laid on, but he's looked great since then, honestly.
Yeah, and listen, I get that Garam was cut and he never lived up to the hype, but he was well trained. Look at his corner. His world champions on top of world champions in his corner, and Caillou Fernandez just made easy work of him. Almost finished him. Could have finished him if he laid it on. Yeah, if he laid it on.
Really pissed me off.
So I'm on Fernandez. Jacob's on Fernandez. We don't have DraftKings pricing. We don't have Bet Openly pricing. We don't have shit, but I do have a money line bet on him. And if you want to check out
Do I
every
make
bet,
you horny, baby? Yeah.
you do not. No.
Do I make you randy, baby? Yeah.
No.
What's your favorite Austin Powers movie?
I don't think I saw the third one. So probably the first, just
Honestly,
by
who
default.
throws his shoe? Honestly.
I'll never forget that stupid can't turn the golf cart around scene where it takes 38 little maneuvers.
Low-hanging fruit there.
No, low hanging fruit is $1 million. Did you ever see the Simple? Was it the Simple Life, Surreal Life on E, that reality show where they have all these celebrities live like real world style? They had the little dude from Austin Powers. What was his real name? I forget his real name. Something
Troy
Warwick, maybe?
Voyer.
Troy, yeah,
Troy,
Werner, or something like that.
Werner.
Yeah, Werner Troy. Yeah. He was on his
Vernon
little
Troy.
scooter. Vernon Troy. He was on his little
You watch
scooter.
Little People porn? Have you
No.
ever?
He was, that show basically turned into Little People porn because he was on his little scooter, and then he would get blackout drunk and just fall off and just piss all over himself. And then him and
That's
Ivan
your idea of porn?
I'm not done. And then him and Ivan Drago's wife from Rocky 4, she was a drunk too, so they would just get fucking drunk. Dude, that was a wild show. Wild show. Great show. I mean, that was when TV was good. What happened?
How you can find? You watch the weirdest shit, man.
Nah, man. Other people have seen. It was a
Nah,
good
man.
fucking show.
Nah, man.
That sounded like Theo Vaughn. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have Modestas Bukauskas taking on Paul Craig. Modestas Bukauskas 18-6 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is on that nice 3-fight win streak after being cut. He's taking on Paul Craig, 17-9 in his career, 1-3-1. I have 3-1-1 on the screen. That shit's wrong. It's 1-3-1 in his last 5. He is looking for his first win in 2 years. Modestas Bukauskas, versatile striker. He is dangerous on the feet. He can be low volume, but he's really gauging range. He does get hit a decent amount, but he has all the tools to be successful. He's got very good striking, good takedown defense at 77%. Typically a striker only, but he is coming out of that close decision win over Jan Kutalaba where he defended 4 takedown attempts. Taking on Paul Craig. Paul Craig's a dangerous grappler. He's proven that he is incredibly tough, and he's never ruled out of a fight because he'll take his beating, and then if you make a mistake, he will capitalize on the ground. He can get his face smashed in. He can get backed up. He can get taken down, but he will not quit. His chin may quit on him, but he will not quit. His striking is just okay, but he does have some random sneaky power. The biggest issue, though, is that his takedowns are not good enough to get the fights to the ground, which is where he is his best. Paul Craig is the new Gerald Meerschaert. Gerald just lost a bunch in a row, got used up and cut, and that's exactly what's going to happen to Paul Craig here. He's going to lose this fight. He's going to get cut. Modestas Bukauskas isn't exactly a versatile world beater, but he is a very good striker. He's improving all the other aspects. And I watched his hype video on Instagram where he got cut after Khalil Roundtree blew his knee out. And then the work he put in to come back and just to look as good as he's looked. I'm all in. I bought in. The hype video worked. I think Modestas runs through Paul Craig. But obviously, stay off the ground or you could have some problems. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, Modestas. I mean, at this point, I said my quick pick video that any light heavyweight at this point should be a minus 300 by default against Paul Craig because he wants to do one thing, get the fight to the ground any means possible. Actually, not any means possible. He just kind of wants to magically end up on the ground somehow. He did shoot more takedowns in that last fight. It was a weird fight. Obviously, the ending was fucking, who knows what the fuck that was. But you saw Paul Craig actually shooting some decent takedown attempts. And honestly, if he shoots, I'll tell you this. If he shoots like 4 or 5 like decent takedown attempts, Modesta's goofy ass just seems like a guy that will accidentally trip and fall and get taken down and like randomly get subbed. Like it's like a fucking terrible takedown. He's falling back in the guard. Modesta's like accidentally falls over top of him, and then Paul Craig's on top and then just throws in like a fucking mounted triangle or something. Modesta's just so goofy in my mind. It feels like he's gonna fuck up somehow, either just stumbling and falling and getting taken down, or Paul Craig is going to like go to the ground. Modesta's going to be like, oh, I'm going to finish him on the ground. I know jiu-jitsu. And then he's going to get fucking submitted again. So Modesta should be the pick, but he just seems so goofy. I think he's going to do something goofy and end up at a goofy finish.
I mean, it's not the first time that somebody beat the fuck out of Paul Craig and then somehow still lost.
Isn't it crazy that he still has the persona with the face paint and the ripping the shirt and coming across the octagon? And then every fight, he's just back against the fence like this. Wings are right hand. And he's just fucking like, and he literally is like ducking from punches like this. After all that bullshit for fucking 10 years, it's like, Jesus Christ, man.
He doesn't get the hate that little fucking
Kai France
gets. And Kai France is the better fighter, is more successful.
Fighting for titles, yeah. So, I mean.
Yeah. So, I guess just more wins. Exposure. Well, and I guess his
tongue knocks people out when he actually does stuff. Paul Craig
doesn't just fucking squeeze their neck. I mean, Paul Craig did.
He's a former lock of the week. He broke a 4. I had lost 5. Never lost more than 4 in a row. Still to this day, by the way, people are like, oh, still haven't lost more than 4 in a row. But I had lost 4 in a row, and I went to Paul Craig against Andre Muniz as my lock of the week. He came through with a TKO finish in a big way. I had my face painted. I ripped my shirt, I think. No, I wouldn't rip my shirt for that one, but I got the Scottish flag back here somewhere.
I remember you made me film the intro to that. We're both on the Bukauskas side. I'm probably a little more confident than Jacob is. Jacob's a little worried that there may be a mistake that ends this fight up. What? Oh, oops. Showed my tattoo. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, dropped my wallet with cash. Did all my cash pour out? Oh, my bad.
Your asshole.
Like the... I don't know why. Oops, got your asshole.
That's like a TikTok sound, but I don't think it's asshole. It's like something
I've never. I was gonna go with I was joking that you're like that kid Zacharific that just manifested whatever, and then you're just like, oops, got your asshole.
No, it's like some weird TikTok sound. I couldn't remember what it was, so I just said fucking asshole.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, lock it.
I'm starving.
Next up, at UFC Paris, we have Balagioki taking on Mason Jones. We open up this fight card. Jacob said there's a lot of really good matchups on this card with mirror images of each other and clashes of styles. This is one of those mirror image matchups.
What, bitch?
Why don't you go first on this one? Give me their record, their last 5, a breakdown of each fighter, and then who you think wins. Just like that. Not, this guy for this reason. See, I could do it.
Okay. Let me settle in. Let me build in the character, please. Next fight on the main card, UFC Paris. We've got Balagioki, a 10-2 fighter 4-1 in his last 5, coming in as an underdog against Mason fucking Jones. He was in the UFC before. Now he's dialed in. He's back. Came in against Jeremy Stephens. He's sporting a 16-2 pristine record, coming as a 135 favorite, 5-0 in his last 5. Like I said, his UFC second stint against a Jeremy Stephens veteran who had been away from MMA for a while. But let's break these down. Break down these fighters individually, how it goes. Beloki.
Damn it! You fucking collapsed, dude. That implosion was insane. Told you. It's not easy going first. I'll take it from here. Borralho. What did he say? Borralho 10-2 in his career. Busy striker. He's got a good jab, lots of power. He does like to pump that jab. He will set things up. He will explode into combinations when he finds his openings. He's got good takedown defense with a really fast sprawl, and he has offensive takedowns when he wants to use them. He does slow down, though, as fights go on, but he remains dangerous. His biggest issue, however, is his defense. Someone with a busy jab, somebody who moves forward, can stay in his face and have some success. He is coming off that close win over Michael Aswell on short notice, taking on Mason Jones. Aggressive striker, nice boxing, great takedowns. He has a fantastic 80% takedown defense, and if he gets taken down, he gets back up, he immediately starts working. He also has his own solid takedowns. I mentioned he gets after it. He averages more than 4 takedowns per fight. He had 8 takedowns in his last fight over Jeremy Stephens. This is a fun fight. This is a competitive fight. Borralho is better than his odds indicate here for sure. I do think Mason's going to win. I think we saw the dog in him in his last fight. He got hit a bunch of times. He grinded through it, pivoted, made adjustments in the fight. That exact same thing could happen here where he can get tagged. Borralho's probably faster. Mason's more well-rounded. Mason will get the takedowns. Mason squeaks out a close one in my opinion. So Mason Jones is the pick. What do you think, Jacob? You're going second now, so no pressure.
I was flowing too, man. I was in the flow state.
You collapsed.
I saw the Huzzies in the front row. I was hitting a fucking rhythm. I had just hit 3 or 4 threes in a row, and I saw the Huzzies in the front row eating it up, and it got to me. I talk about fighters all the time that kind of buy into their own bullshit, and that's what I did. I was feeling good about it. I was like, he's fucked. We don't need him anymore. Turns out, we need you, buddy.
We still didn't get a pick from you.
I'm backing off this fight a little bit. I came in very, very high on Borralho Oki because Mason Jones did get the fuck beat out of him by Jeremy Stephens, which is no bueno. You don't want to he hits hard or whatever. It's not even the same Jeremy Stephens. He hadn't even done MMA. This guy was wrestling for his life to be able to win a fight. Now, Jeremy Stephens hits hard. He's a durable guy. I get it. Mason Jones, the durable guy. There's no doubt about that. I have biases against Mason Jones. The best, greatest lock of the week of all time was Ludwig Klein. I'll say it every single time. Was a plus 375 dog against Mason Jones. Came in and smoked him. Mason Jones needs to wrestle. He needs to wrestle early. Not that he can't strike with this guy. Because Borralho's striking isn't what I thought it was when I started rewatching fights. It's almost like the guy that's fighting Pitbull. It's a little bit more explosive than it is like super technical. Mason's going to be the more technical boxer. His defense isn't there, but his offensive boxing is there. So he can still win a boxing match. But if you're getting beat up by Jeremy Stephens, you really don't want to be eating right hands from Borralho Oki. So if Mason Jones isn't wrestling, I think he's in fucking trouble. It feels like he's going to come in, wrestle early, take some of the pop out of Borralho's shots, and then maybe kind of strike in the second or third. He's a durable guy. I get it. But when you're getting beat up by Jeremy Stephens and you're coming in against a dangerous striker, and sometimes you wait to wrestle, right? You see how the striking's going. It could be a little bit too little too late. By the time it's going south, it's really going south. I'm thinking Borralho, whatever the fuck. I don't love it as much as I did after I started watching Borralho more, but I'm taking Oki to win it, and we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I do think this is a very, very close fight. Like, this should be an even fight. We way back, Marcin Tybura And Ante Delija's even.
Yeah,
this should be even.
And this very easily is fight of the night.
Mason Jones is always exciting. Borralho is always exciting. So, yeah, these guys could absolutely get after it. Borralho could have success, and then Mason's going to start wrestling, and then it's going to be a whole thing. And I'm looking forward to this fight. It is a fun fight. I don't know what I'm going to do betting-wise, if anything. They are both pretty durable, so the over might be a pretty safe play here. But either way, these two dudes are going to get after it. $7,600 on DraftKings Fantasy to $8,600 on DraftKings Fantasy. I don't know if this is a pick your side. The only one who I think would be worth his money is Mason because of the wrestling upside. 8 takedowns in his last fight, and that's not his only fight in the UFC where he had 8 takedowns.
If he comes in like a fucking chain wrestler, I mean, there's a submission option for a guy like Mason Jones to just kind of wear down Oki, start taking too many chances, you know. What is that? Mason Jones by submission is plus 900. I don't know, man. Is that fucking...
Yeah, I mean, the reason Mason gets 8 takedowns is his control's not spectacular, but either way, if I'm going to throw one of them in my DraftKings fantasy lineup, probably the guy who gets a ton of points wrestling. If you want to see what the optimizer has to say, what the simulator has to say, what the artificial intelligence has to say, all of that is on the website. No upsells, no cross sells, no tiers or packages. It's $10. You get literally everything on the website instantly. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. At the top, you unlock it for an entire month, which will get you all the way out to UFC 320. $1.99 super chat. Jacob is the best, the ginger on the YouTube MMA space.
These people really struggle. I noticed that in my contenders, because I do the live stream, so I get donations and stuff. And there's like 85% of the time, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. Somebody donated $5 yesterday and was talking about some. I read it literally 10 times out loud, and I still didn't know what the fuck was going on. Just random words added in. What is going on, guys?
This is just an extra the. The rest of it makes sense.
But how does it end? How do you type an extra the?
Maybe he started to type it and then pivoted and then wanted to say something else and then ended up.
These guys are all typing with one hand. Yeah, get that through your fucking... Type a 1 in the chat if you're fucking jerking your little weenus right now.
Thank you.
And type a 2 if you're flipping the bean.
Okay. A random app promo right before the co-main
1 and
event.
2. Hey, DM me.
Yeah. We have an app. Download the app. It's 100% free. You will get push notifications for general things, but also when we place bets and when things happen. The app is free, widely available. Search We Want Picks in the App Store. Next up at UFC Paris, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have Benoit Saint Denis taking on Mauricio Ruffy. Benoit Saint Denis 14-3 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off that bounce back win over Kyle Propolek, taking on Mauricio Ruffy. Stop it. There's nothing behind me. Stop. Just messaging like crazy to turn around. Taking on Mauricio Ruffy, 14-1 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. He is on that 7-fight win streak. And the only reason I knew that was bullshit is I saw you smiling while you were typing it.
Oh, bullshit.
Benoit Saint Denis, we know who he is. He's a strong wrestler. He's got well-timed shots, tons of pressure on top. He has 9 fights in the UFC with 21 takedowns. And that is even more impressive when you realize that he has only ever been to a third round one time in the UFC. Only one time. When he gets it to the ground, he's got great pressure. He works for submissions well. He's got a ton of power on the feet, which makes him dangerous everywhere. He can be hittable, though. He is all gas. He is no brakes. And he has no quit in him, but he has been finished a handful of times. He's taking on Mauricio Ruffy, a nasty striker with big fight-ending power. He has 12 wins with 11 stoppages. Mauricio Ruffy is the guy that everybody at Fighting Nerds talks about and says he's the most talented guy in the gym. They all say it. He's got great takedown defense. He's got a flashy, fun, spinning, dangerous style attacking offense. We haven't seen him ragdolled. We've seen him defend takedowns. We haven't really seen anybody get after it with the takedowns. We haven't seen anybody in super deep singles toss him around a little bit to see how he's going to react. So we just have to assume the takedown defense will hold up. We did just see a wild spinning back heel kick over Bobby Green. Should be Ruffy. I'm going to pick Ruffy. I understand the love for Benoit Saint-Denis because he goes out there, he puts on a show, and he gets after it. And you got to appreciate fighters that do that. What I don't understand is the random hate for Ruffy because they love Benoit. There's a whole lot of like, Benoit's got this. Who the hell is Mauricio Ruffy beat? Who the hell is Benoit Saint-Denis beat? Who's he beat? And don't tell me he fought the better level of competition because they all finished him. So who did he beat? Neither one of these guys have a giant marquee win. I am going to take the guy that has the incredible striking, seemingly solid takedown defense, and is on an incredible team full of people that are having success and say that he's the best one on the team. So I'm going Ruffy. I understand people rooting for Benoit Saint-Denis, but I don't get the argument that he has the better record because who has he beat? Jacob, what do you think?
I'm backing off. Listen, I'll describe it like this. I'm betting and I'm making my pick based off my read, but I understand the BSD love. I think that BSD is going to get some takedowns in the first round. I think that's defaulted. He's probably going to get some takedowns in the first round, some control. Do I think he's going to get the finish? No. But the read here is this, and it's basically, I feel like it plays out exactly like the Sean O'Malley-Aljo fight. The only difference is Aljo was kind of dancing around. He was just waiting for the takedowns. The good news is for Ruffy fans, a lot of times when you get these wrestlers versus strikers, the strikers are just waiting for the takedown, and they don't throw any offense, and then you get these close rounds of like the wrestler just kind of following this guy forever, shooting takedowns, and they're so focused on defending, they just defend, they get back to space, and then they forget to throw the strikes again. Ruffy ain't going to be that dude. Ruffy is not going to give a fuck that this guy is going to be shooting a takedown. He is going to be coming forward, doing his own thing. So that's good news for Ruffy fans. He's either going to do it or he's not going to fucking do it, but he's not going to lose fucking just dancing on the outside. But I see this going like the Sean O'Malley-Aljo fight because Aljo was able to do something in the first round, show a little bit, maybe not the takedown. They got to the second round, and their entries are almost exactly the same. This guy, BSD, when he enters into the pocket to get takedowns, when he's, especially the more he's feeling himself and he's getting a takedown, and he wants to get to the next takedown, he just drops his hands, and there is just no defense when he is shooting those entries. I said the same thing about Aljo against a counter-striker sniper like Sean O'Malley. I said he is just sloppy on his entries. The hands drop, he hangs out in the pocket, kind of hesitates a little bit, and he's going to get knocked out with the right hand in the second round. I see the exact same thing happening here. BSD comes through, forward pressure, Ruffy's waiting for the shot, he maybe gets a takedown, it gets to the second round, BSD, the crowd's pumped up, our man's back, he's forcing it, the knockout shot's coming there. I got to go with my read. That's Ruffy. Obviously, he's getting taken down. It's an issue, but I just think that BSD, as his confidence builds, his defense starts lacking even more. He gets too aggressive, drops the hands. It should be a perfect kill shot for a guy like Ruffy.
Yeah, and I said earlier, I get the love for Benoit as well, especially his story, like what, the youngest French special force, all that crap. I get it. And he is insanely tough. He took such a bad beating, they had to fire the referee in his UFC debut. Literally. Fired the referee because Benoit got his ass beat so bad that ref did nothing about it. So he's tough. He comes forward. All his fights are fun to watch. But the blind love is crazy. Like this, does Ruffy beat Dustin? I know this is a sassy retort when I said Benoit hasn't beaten anybody. So you want me to say, oh, blah, blah. I'll tell you what, Ruffy beats the fuck out of Moicano, though. He beats the absolute shit out of Moicano. He beats the fuck out of Zaleski, too. So that's just a ridiculous argument. I am also on the Ruffy side. I fully understand how tough Benoit Saint-Denis is and all of those things. I am probably a Fighting Nerds hater at this point because too many people put too much stock in the gym. But when every single person in that gym who is having their own success comes out and says Mauricio Ruffy's the best one of all of us.
Dude, they're all leveling up too. We just saw Rodolfo went to the Fighting Nerds and looked like a fucking, his striking got fucking jab that he had was crazy. McCall Olajaychek, he's looking fucking better than ever now as well. They got some momentum building there.
Yeah, and they all say that Ruffy's the best one. So I'm going to try to keep it simple. Ruffy's going to be the pick here. $9,300. I have seen Benoit finished. We've all seen him finish. So I think that could happen here as well. Mauricio Ruffy's going to be the pick. What?
He's been finished too.
I get it, but I'm saying it's not as if Benoit is unfinishable, and that's, you know what I mean? You can't finish him, so he's not going to win a decision. So I've seen him finish. It's not crazy.
Are you, how's your cholesterol doing? Can you still finish, or are you unfinishable at this point?
I finish. Sometimes too quick.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know.
I can't relate to that.
Baseball, grandma, dementia, grandma. Mauricio Ruffy, my pick, Jacob's pick. If you want to see what the artificial intelligence has to say, if you want to see what the fight simulator says, go to the website, click on the fight simulator, and then hit run. And it will simulate every fight on this card 100,000 times. It's going to bring in historical grappling stats and striking stats and other information, simulate the fight, and then give you the outputs, and you can see what the simulations say. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. You unlock every single thing instantly for $10. Not just for this card, all the way out through UFC 320. Nope. We got super chats. $1.99 from Shane Wright, 8001. I got 2 bands on Ruffy. 2 units to get 1 back. Ale New York, what will the odds be for Paulo Costa and Shara? Ooh. I actually think Paulo will be the favorite, because Shara in his last 2 fights looked bad against MVP, and while he won his last fight, he wasn't like this invincible force that he was supposed to be.
How much matter in the fucking universe would it take to make you invincible?
What? First of all, I am like...
There's a big difference between how much matter it would take to make me invincible and how much matter it would take you. Do you think there's enough matter to make you invincible?
Well, the Earth almost got rid of you with just a little bit of sunlight. So I would argue that it'll take a lot more to fix whatever the fuck you got going on. Kid had 2 big freckles. They had to jag it up his face to get it out of him before it got to him. But yeah, Angelo needs all the work to be invincible. I'm not allergic to the sun. I'm not allergic to the sun.
You think these people are going to back you right now, making fun of poor old cancer?
Your argument would be how much matter in the universe to make us invincible. And now Angelo needs more because he's so big. Big and strong and not allergic to the sun. You are allergic to outside. That's crazy. That's crazy. Think about that. That's crazy. The earth rejected you. Your body's like, no. Like what plants need for photosynthesis? Not me. No, not me. Yeah. If you blink real fast, they'll go back in. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have the main event. Oh, I thought that was a sad face and a stop. Like, stop. You're torturing him. Next up, at UFC Paris, we have Nasruddin Imavov taking on Caio Borralho. Nasruddin Imavov, 16-4 in his career, 4-0-1 in his last 5, coming off that first round KO win over Israel Adesanya. Taking on
what
Caio.
The fuck is so funny?
Because it looks like you just look like you're processing information. I can't tell.
Just reading the fucking chat. You really feeling
yeah,
yourself
and it's
on
not.
That, huh?
And it's because I'm
really
also
fucking
reading the
feeling
chat.
Yourself.
I am a little bit because I'm also reading the chat, and I could see you're processing. Like, wait, everybody was supposed to call Angelo fat. What's happening? They're turning. Although this guy did say I was allergic to salads. Caio Borralho, 17-1 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. He is riding a 10-fight win streak. And just a reminder for those of you who may have forgotten, Dana White said that Nasruddin and Caio, the winner of this fight, could get the next title shot, and their only competition would be the winner of RDR and Anthony Hernandez. And the way that the UFC will decide which winner gets the title shot is whoever wins in more spectacular fashion. So this is essentially a number 1 contenders match. And as long as the winner does it well, they can end up fighting probably on CBS early next year. Nasruddin Imavov is a busy striker. He's constantly working towards his opponents. He can strike and counter strike, all while moving forward. He's got a good jab, solid elbows. He looks comfortable mixing it up. He has takedowns. He's got good control when he wants to use them, and that's not very often. He doesn't shoot as many takedowns as you'd think he would. He averages fewer than one per fight, and he doesn't really rely on them. He's coming off that knockout win over Israel Adesanya, where he did have a grapple-heavy game plan early. The striking wasn't spectacular, but he found that uppercut. He's taking on Caio Borralho, a slick grappler with solid submissions and well-timed takedowns. He has a long stance, very loose feet. He'll bounce around. He'll explode in the double legs. He has belts in both judo and jiu-jitsu, and he'll do all of those things. But despite how dominant some of his wins are on paper, they can be closer in real life. He's coming off the decision win over Jared Cannonier, where he just moved forward, but he didn't look that great backing up. This line has flipped. It's full-blown flip. Nasruddin Imavov went from favorite to underdog. And I kind of understand. I understand the love for Caio Borralho because we've seen the striking improvements. He's more comfortable striking. We also know that he's a very good grappler. But what we don't know is what he's going to look like against the guy that potentially can stuff those takedowns. Because if Caio initiates the takedowns and doesn't get them, then he's striking, but we know he doesn't want to be there, if that makes any sense. We've seen him purely strike. I've seen him purely grapple. I have not seen a lot of fights where Caio made adjustments halfway through. I'm going to pick Nasruddin Imavov here. And this could look like the Brendan Allen fight, where Brendan had that first round locked in. Got the takedown, controlled Imavov, it was locked in. And then fell apart. Quickly fell apart from that point on. Nasruddin, I think, is the better pure striker, so it's going to come down to if he can defend these takedowns, which I think he might be able to. Nasruddin's the pick, but this is a razor-thin fight. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I went into this fight, into this matchup, and I was all over Imavov. I mean, I just thought about the fight. I knew who these fighters were. Sometimes you just kind of know off the instincts who's going to win a fight, who you think's going to win the fight at least. And I was like, yeah, Imavov. And then he answered or opened as an underdog, and I was like, oh my God, lock of the week Imavov. This is going to be locked in. I like Caio, good guy, smells fucking fantastic. We met him at the VIP section. Couldn't have been a nicer guy. But my God, that he smelled good. He put me in a rear naked choke. Asked him to. Obviously, I wouldn't let him do that unless I gave him permission. Put me in a rear naked choke, and his scent was stayed on my neck all night. I literally felt I ran to my hotel and was rubbing my neck on my pillow so I could fall asleep to the smell. The guy smelled fucking fantastic. But I went into this fight picking against him, so I'm watching the film trying to justify my reasoning for picking Imavov, and I fucking flipped sides for two reasons. Imavov, number one, doesn't like to fight at range. He doesn't like a rangy fight. When you're watching that Izzy fight, and people are going to be like, how did the fight end?
Yeah,
Izzy
he was
fighting.
losing.
Yeah, Izzy was fighting from the outside. He was uncomfortable from the outside. He was forcing takedowns from the outside. If Caio comes in and is listening to the noise of, you have to make a statement, you need the big shot, you need a big win to be able to get a title shot, and he changes up who he is, and he comes in, and he interior boxes with Imavov, Imavov is going to win the fight. I don't think Caio's coming in with a wrestling game plan. He knows that Imavov can defend the takedowns. He's just going to stay at range. If he comes in to try to make a statement, he's probably going to get knocked out. Imavov is so good with interior boxing. But if Caio stays true to himself, which I'm telling you guys right now, fighters almost never fucking change who they are. You think they're going to change, they never fucking change who they are. Caio's coming in, oh, I got to make a statement, we got to, all this stuff. I promise you that Caio will default to just fucking win the fight. He has shown in fights before, Contender Series fight, he has no problem being boring to get the win. And he knows that if you just keep stacking wins, it doesn't matter how boring you are, eventually you're going to get a fucking title shot. This would move him to fucking 18-1. He's going to stay on the outside, do the karate stuff, jab from the outside, start frustrating Imavov. Imavov is going to be the one shooting takedowns. And the second you see Imavov shoot a takedown, that's because he doesn't like the rangy striking of a guy like Caio, who kind of has that karate in and out stance. And once he starts getting frustrated, Caio's just going to stay on the outside, point. It's going to be boring. It's going to be like a 4-round win for him. But it just depends on the game plan. If he comes in hot and heavy, interior boxes with Imavov, He's getting fucking slept probably. But if he comes in like normal Kyle and just dances on the outside, Imavov does not like those fights, and he doesn't really know what to do.
I like that you said you don't expect Kyle to wrestle, because I don't think he will either. And I have it in my head, and I'm sure a lot of other people have in their head, that Kyle's this great grappler. And that's an objective fact. He is. But he hasn't even attempted to wrestle in years. Yeah,
he's
years.
He's very comfortable with that fucking karate outside, leg kick, jab, throw the dodge, the spring right hand and spring all the way out. He's not staying in the pocket. He's boom, boom, he's in, he's out. He's going to frustrate Imavov. I promise you that. And Imavov might find the shot like he found it against Izzy, but you're going to see early it's going to be like, oh, Kyle is dictating this fight.
And this isn't an insult. It sounds like it's going to be. He's got a cow head. His head is fucking enormous.
He is a big guy in general.
He's very big. For middleweight, he's huge. And his head is...
He made you look small.
No, he's fucking big. He's definitely... What is he listed at? 6'1"? He's bigger than that.
He's like 6'4".
He
is legit 6'4".
I actually asked him, in the vlog, I say, how tall are you? Because the UFC stats are not telling the truth.
He's a legit 6'4".
No,
I have a picture with him.
Yeah, he's very big, and his head is huge. And the reason I'm mentioning the huge head is because those fighters with giant heads typically have phenomenal chins. So Kyle can... We're going to find out. This is a great fight. It's a really good matchup. And it matters. I told you earlier, I love the fights.
I look at this picture, I can smell them.
To scratch and sniff. Look at the head size difference. It's great. He is big. He's leaning down there. He's big as shit.
I was fucking wasted.
yeah.
Me and Andrade were just chatting it up all night. Look at those eyes, man. Yeah.
No, it is definitely a fun matchup.
And I let him do that.
He did. He sure did. Yeah, of course. He also kicked Michael.
Beat the fuck out of him.
Michael MacArthur smoked that dude's leg. Or did he choke him out? No, he smoked his leg. And
it was that one other kid that we thought was like UFC employee, and turns out he was just another guy there.
Yeah,
like everyone's like, oh, this guy's a UFC employee. He'll choke him out. And then like I saw him later, like the next day at the VIP, and I was like, hey, I thought he was like, no, I don't work for the UFC. I was just there. Somebody said they want to get choked out. I was like, I'll fucking choke him out.
No, it was definitely a ton of fun. Jacob's right. Kaya was a great dude. I am on the Imavov side here, but like ever so slightly. This is a fun fight. What is your prediction? So last little piece before we put a bow on this. I mentioned that Dana said whoever wins their fight in more exciting fashion, either this matchup or RDR versus Hernandez, gets the next title shot. Which winner do you think gets the next title shot? That fight or this one?
Definitely the other fight. This is going to be
I agree.
Fight.
Yeah, I agree.
This is going to be boring. That's going to be chaos. That's going to be something weird that's going to happen. There's going to be a wild finish or something crazy. I've come from behind victory. Yeah, it just set up. The matchup is just set up for the RDR. And their styles, too. They're just so reckless, both of them, with the taunting and stuff like that. And I think that should be. I think both those are more deserving than either one of these guys, honestly.
If I could pick of the four between Imavov, Kaio, RDR. I'm going RDR.
Oh, you're such a pissy, dude.
I think
you're
RDR.
Homosexual pissy.
I think RDR is the most bookable of all of them. The most. You throw him on a poster, he's enormous. He's like, I think you can actually do something with that.
Such a personable dude.
But we all know just being a nice, friendly guy doesn't really sell the pay-per-views. And I guess pay-per-views don't matter in 2026 anymore, but total viewers do.
I think people resonate. I don't know. You might be right, because RDR is kind of like the frat boy. Like he just wants to
says wild
beer.
shit now, and like he's dominating people. He's fucking tremendous.
The freaky deaky Dutch, baby. Bring it
to
Austin Powers.
I just think you got to do it now before he loses, because as soon as he loses, you know what I mean? Like he's undefeated in the UFC. He's
knocked out cold randomly in some fight.
Yeah, you got to do it now before he loses. So either way, this matchup.
Stupid take. Let me get on there with Josh and tell him he's a fucking idiot.
That was my take. He also said I was an idiot.
I know.
He picked Hernandez. He also.
How do you think
I
would do arguing with Josh? Would that get heated?
I don't think so.
Can he handle the heat?
He could definitely handle the heat. Dude, it's funny because like I'll talk to him about.
I saw that tweet that he sent Nate Diaz. I was like, oh Jesus! I wish I could talk like that.
Well, and like think about
Calling
because
Nate
like
Diaz a fucking pussy publicly is like, holy shit. All right.
well, and what's funny is like because there's a few times where like he'll screenshot some like horrible comments about me and send them, and I'll do the same back. And then I've talked to him. He's like, people have only said horrible things about me for 20 fucking years, dude. He's like, it's like, yeah, I guess that's
you walk
true.
around the only person TKO Nate Diaz. That's you walk around with,
There's a little bit of
with your
confidence.
chest a little higher for sure. Guy was in there with fucking Conor McGregor twice.
Yeah. Well, and like he's still like
Prime
in shape.
Conor McGregor.
He's still like in shape because last year I was supposed to wrestle him. He was supposed to show up at 5 a.m. because we were fucking arguing who would win in a takedown competition.
That rematch, Conor McGregor, was probably the most dialed. I know people talk about the Eddie Alvarez and stuff like that, but he was still fired up. He got embarrassed by Nate. That dude was fucking grinding for that rematch. He showed up fucking primed, ready, got their early knockdowns, and then it was like, oh my God, he's getting tired, but he fucking toughed that shit out. And I mean, that was I think that was Conor's best Conor.
It was an awesome fight for sure. Because he pushed through, he gutted through. That was the toughest
He
Conor
looked fucking
ever was.
unreal early, just fucking dropping them left and right and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, here we go again. And he just toughed that shit out.
Yeah, Diaz brothers just run out of time. They don't lose fights.
Yeah, just like fucking DDP.
Well, nothing was changing there, dude.
What are you talking about? The guy
10 seconds of
there was
success.
one submission attempt in the entire fight, and that was fucking DDP at the end of the fight.
And he still ended up on his back. He was quickly reversed. Everybody's forgetting that part where he was quickly reversed.
Yeah,
and
but he
on
got
his
to that
back
position.
again.
He was going to survive, and then he was going to get to that position again. That's the whole point of the thing, Angelo. Are you dumb or are you stupid?
You think that's a 10-round fight? DDP wins?
Are you dumb or you stupid? I think if that's a 7-round fight, he wins.
He was that
What
close.
the fuck are you talking about? Chimaev was fucking panic wrestling. Couldn't get the takedowns. Got fucking fully mounted and back taken in the 5th round. What do you think 10 more minutes was going to do to the kid?
This is an insane take.
How many rounds was it going to take in the chat right now or leave a comment for DDP to win that fight? 7 rounds, he wins it.
That's crazy, dude. Nothing was changing in that fight.
You are so stupid.
It was just pure domination.
You are so stupid.
30 seconds of success
You are
in a
so
25-minute fight. 30 seconds in 25
People are saying
minutes.
6 or another half a round.
Okay. $5 super chat from Johnny Castaneda. Oh, shit. Allergic to the sun. Off the cuff.
Look
I'm
at
dead.
everyone says you're an idiot.
All right, guys. You're right, guys. Khamzat just beat the absolute fuck out of DDP for 24 minutes and 30 seconds, but the next round is when it was all going to turn.
Well, I had 2 more rounds. I said round 7.
He could have had another hour. Guys, don't forget to download the app. The app is 100% free. Inside the app, you'll have access to everything except the Tape Index. Tape Index is web only, and that's just because iOS doesn't like apps to open other apps. But the Tape Index is one of the more useful tools. It's just a time saver. It's not revolutionizing the world, but it will save you a ton of time. You're going to get every fighter on every card now and for the future. Their full fight history, who they beat, who they lost to, how and when.
What's the biggest time saver in life that's been invented?
The microwave.
Oh, I was thinking something like the internet with information or
Could be.
airplanes or
Internet for
cars,
sure. Okay.
Daily travel. I mean,
Well, it's got to be airplane then, because
some people don't have to fly. You don't have to fly. Then you're not saving time. Some people have
Well,
never
so-
flown their entire lives, but you're driving a car pretty much every day, using the internet pretty much every day. But the internet's saving a few seconds per.
Not seconds. You would have to go to the fucking library. Like, how do you even?
Yeah, but if you don't, you have to go on with your
Dude,
horse.
Back in the day, they used to.
If you go to the library, you have to go on your horse.
Juneteenth is how many months later? Nobody told them that they were free because there was no internet and news didn't travel fast. They had to ride the horse to go tell them, hey, everybody's free. Just like, what was that movie with
The hell's going on here?
tell you how slow information traveled. What was that?
What's going on here?
What was that Tom Hanks movie where he literally traveled the country with newspapers, giving them updates on war? So definitely the internet for how fast news
The
travels.
hell is going on here?
That was like an unbelievable example. How slow news traveled.
I bet New
So
Year's
you're right,
Eve was
the
hard to
internet.
celebrate back in the day, right? You don't really
Why?
know when midnight is.
You just look up.
Why'd you sound like Forrest? You just look up and enjoy the sunshine. You sound like Forrest Gump. Tell you what, Bubba, you just lean back on me. I'm going to lean on you. That way we don't have to sleep with our head in the mud.
Did he say that? Was that a real quote?
It's a real quote. I can quote that pretty much that whole movie. You, Jenny.
Do the promo.
Jenny,
do the premium promo.
You have AIDS, Jenny. Do I have AIDS, Jenny? She came back fucking loaded with AIDS and a kid and said, "Oh, you know that's the storyline. Like, what the fuck?"
I do know the storyline.
All of a sudden, the guy's a billionaire and you're coming back with a kid and AIDS. Like, here I am, I'm back. Like, of course you're fucking back. What the hell's going on? Tell her to fucking kick rocks, Forrest. Who gives a fuck about her?
He's too
My
nice.
God.
Man. He's too nice.
You hitting that? If you hitting the love of your life, let's say God forbid Tiffany gets fucking AIDS. You hitting that raw because she's your wife and you're like, we're in it to the end.
If she got AIDS while we were together, then she cheated and she's gone.
What if it was a drug issue? You can get it from dirty needles, Angelo.
I'm not sleeping with a drug addict. Dirty toilet seat is the only way that I would accept that she got AIDS.
If your wife got AIDS, you would leave her immediately.
I think almost every circumstance leads to that. Yeah, pretty much all of them. Then I can't drink out of the same glass.
Yeah,
Which I actually don't
can't
do
even
now.
Sweat around her.
Which I don't do now. I skeeve spit. So I don't drink out of the same glass. I don't share a fork. She eats half a sandwich, hands me the other half. I'm cutting off the end.
You know you can't get AIDS like that, Angelo.
I know. That was like what we thought in middle school.
That's why they wouldn't let Magic play. They were like, fuck it, man. We're going to get all sweaty and we're all going to get AIDS.
Well, Greg Louganis in the pool.
Whoa.
That's his last name. That's his last name. He
Heavy.
had AIDS. He split his head on the diving board and blood went everywhere. Did he have AIDS?
My guy, Freddie Mercury. That's my OG. Greatest singer of all time. Rest in peace, Freddie. He had the homosexual AIDS.
The old-fashioned kind.
He had
I didn't see it.
That would be the bad kind, probably. Imagine having a constant itchy asshole just all the time.
I will not imagine that. We also have an
Are we still
optimizer.
live?
We unfortunately.
Oh, God.
We also have an optimizer.
I
It
was looking
builds.
at food. What should I get to eat?
I don't know. I had Chick-fil-A.
God, what'd you order? Let's hear it.
I just get a spicy chicken deluxe. No,
Yeah, I just get okay. I bet,
that's what
buddy.
I got.
I bet.
That's what
No, fucking yeah, fucking.
I mean, I rely on the kids not finishing their food, but that's all.
why
I
does it
got.
always come back to children? I'm getting Papa John's. I'm getting the chicken Parmesan bites. If you guys haven't had the chicken Parmesan bites, my God.
Order. What a bad order.
Chicken Parmesan bites are legit. Oh my God.
It's closed.
Yeah, I can't. There's Uber Eats was having this issue before too, where it's like every time I add something to the menu, it's like, oh, they don't have this menu item, but it's every restaurant for every item. You can't order, and then I starve.
I ordered Uber Eats today. That's how we got Chick-fil-A. Okay. We have a data analyzer if you want to do your own research. We have a line movement tracker that tracks the odds. We have a prop hunter that's curated set of data specifically find prop bets. We also have BetSam. We have Artem, who picked 3 of 4 perfect Contender Series cards. We have our artificial intelligence. Every pick, every bet, every tool, everything we offer, $10. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. At the top, any last words?
I don't think so. I'll probably be live. I might go live Friday night again and do like one of those prop videos. You guys seem to really enjoy that. So leave a comment if I should do that. Like the video before you go. There was like, I think, how many people was that? Like 500 or 600 people?
I was watching that while doing graphics, and there was like 500, 600 people. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested, I basically just went live and we just looked at props together for all the fights, and we hit a few of them that we talked about. I think what the big one was. That's when I found that over. Yeah, that's when I found that.
I took that for 319. Yeah.
Your fucking big bet of the fuck. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking.
Who was
the
it?
fucking bet from me from like Tim Elliott.
I picked because I picked Tim Elliott to win.
Yeah, so
that's where the bravado came from. I picked him to win.
So we
and I was the only person that picked him.
We like to do it Friday night because that's when you get the takedown lines, you get the strike lines. We look at everything. We find some good value. So if you guys want that, maybe we'll do that. We'll probably be live for the fight Saturday since it's during the day. So.
It's going to be hard for me to watch Paris, too. It's going to be like half my phone. It'll be at a soccer field. It's going to be a tough card to watch.
Again with the children.
All right. Goodbye. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Hey, whoa. I do need to